Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. It is finals night here at the USTPA World Finals in 2022, Amarillo, Texas. Skip Ransom joining me here in the booth. Skip, you've been pulling duties all day today. It's been a fun day. We know who the top 7 are going to be. Excuse me, the top 7. The top 10 in the number 7 class. Yeah. We know who those riders are going to be. We also know that tonight we'll see our senior youth top 10. Our junior youth competitors are going to be tomorrow night. But let's talk a little bit about the money, because $103,000 is going to get paid out tonight.
You know, you talk about the money and you talk about each class, and these classes are huge. Some of them have 200-plus entries in there, and there are rides in there, and you go through a whole day. It takes 4 or 5 hours to get through that class, and by the end of it, you end up giving a class, the winner of that class can walk away with $10,000 or $15,000 sometimes. And so tonight, when you talk about that big number, that big chunk of money, $100,000 is – it's unbelievable to come to the World Finals and ride for that kind of money, and, it's well-earned and worth the money to come and ride for it, because it's the best in the world. You want to be able to wear that buckle and say, hey, I'm the best in the best, and so it's fun. Good stuff.
Tonight we'll start with the number 13 class, but it'll be the number 7 class that's going to be the biggest payout, $43,000. We ran 195 teams today. Your first impression of the number 7 class, you watched it all day.
I got to tell you, I was surprised that it was as competitive, if not more competitive than the Open. I watched a lot of these riders ride in the 7 that were in the Open last night, and quite a few of them came out today in the number 7, which is a lower rated class, but they took the same approach as they did last night, or earlier in the week rather. They came and they were hard on those cows in the herd. They were aggressive on those cows in the herd. They pushed them out good. They read the herds good. It was exciting to watch. It was like watching the Open, but twice as long.
The number 1 team in the 7 class is going to be Cheyenne Ashmore, Peyton Brismakevitz, and Peyton Hayes. Peyton last night in the Play with the Pros sorting won the biggest check that we've seen this week in $17,000.
Yeah, Peyton, her last name is hard to spell, but I'm pretty sure she can get a name change with all that money. Peyton Brismakevitz is a young girl from Waller, Texas. She is about 40 minutes from Houston. And her brother and her, just in 2022 have kind of made a leap here in the USTPA, made a jump on the scene. And they come to the World Finals. Her brother ends up a world champion last night as well. She comes out and wins the Play with the Pros, second place prize, gets a bunch of money. And then Peyton Hayes as well, that young lady, she is the reserve champion in the number 9 sorting rather. So, you're talking about some people on that team right there that out of nowhere showed up in Amarillo, and they're taking home all the money.
Well, and we talked about Hunter for just a second being a world champion.
Oh, yeah.
When you look at second place, which is 2 seconds behind him, there's her brother Hunter, along with Anna Braunschmidt and Cheyenne Ashmore, who is on the number 1 team. So she comes in the number 1 team and the number 2 team. She has a pretty good shot at this $43,000.
And you know what's exciting about that is, you see them down there talking together. You see them getting a game plan together. You see them talking about their runs, and they come over here and watch the monitor. And they're competitive like 2 dogs fighting over a bone. But they also are supportive, and so it's fun to watch that family aspect unfold. It's fun to watch them support each other, but also not be afraid to coach a little bit. And I watched Hunter come out of that pen today in the senior youth, and didn't quite go the way he thought it was going to go. And Peyton was right there saying, hey, you should have moved off this cow a little bit, and kind of mommed him a little bit down there. So it's been fun.
Move out of the way, little brother.
Yeah.
In the number 13 class, that's going to be the first class of the day. We're going to be Noah Sidrell, Jordan Lesh, Sarah Sidrell, a pair of Floridians, father, daughter, and Jordan Lesh, one of the best riders in the world.
Yeah, you're not going to get away from first place very far without those 3 in the conversation. They're always in the money, as they should be. They're some of the best in the world. Sarah Sidrell, she's 20 years old. She has got so much of this team pennant left ahead of her, and I think she's going to be great at it. Noah, going out president, thank him for his service, and also, you're in number 1 spot, buddy. So that's a way to go out as the president in 2022, and end your reign there as the number 1 team coming into the 13.
They're going to have a 8-second lead over the second place team, and a quick shout out to our youth riders. The 13 class is tough because your 7 riders, they can get matched up pretty well with some 3s and 4s in that. Well, not necessarily 4s, but at least 2s and 3s in that. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 youth riders that have qualified in that number 13 class, where the payout is just shy of $31,000.
And that's what I was talking about today in the 7 as well. You know, you see these kids in the youth. You watch them ride in the youth today, and they ride good enough to be there in the number 13. It's on paper. You can see it. So the youth was just as tough. I mean, the youth was tough. The 7 was tough. I'm excited to watch this 13 tonight. I think it's going to be incredibly impressive. Fast time is going to be really good stuff.
The final class we're going to talk about is the open class. Yeah. Phil Nichols, James Greer, and Travis Freiheit, a guy that we saw a partner last night with Peyton Brismakevitz to win that $17,000. So you know, he come all the way down from Minnesota, won all that on 2 runs. And he's going to go into the open class, the number one man there with James and Phil Nichols.
Well, let's not forget about James. James Greer came in here last night in that ride with the pros and walked out second place. Yeah. So he's one of the best guys out of California. Phil Nichols obviously drew well getting in that open with the 7-6 riders and paid off. They're ahead of the next team by 3 seconds. I mean, it's going to be good stuff.
Skip, I'm going to let you go because you got to get ready
yes,
to announce tonight's festivities inside the arena, but thank you, sir, for joining me here in the booth.
Thank you.
And you can catch all the action right here in the Amarillo Center. It is finals night. Finals night number 1. We'll have 2. Tomorrow night will be the second night of the finals. Yeah. Tonight we'll watch the 13, the 7, the open, the senior youth, and the first round of the play with the pros, which will be an interesting class. Stay tuned right here to the Cowboy Channel Facebook and our friends at Equus Television.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the Amarillo National Center. If you're watching on the Cowboy Channel Plus app, welcome to the short round. It is time to get to it in the pinning classes. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have such a treat for you. We have pinned all day long. We started pinning on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We broke the pinning down. We put some sorting pins up. We did the sorting last night. Tonight, we're back in the pinning arena. My name is Skip Ransom. I'm going to be taking you guys through this evening as far as these runs go and doing my very best to show you guys what is so exciting about the highest level of team pinning in the world. Well, first things first, I want to thank you guys for coming and showing up, but here's what we're going to do first. In the Western community, in the Western way of life, I know for a fact that we honor God in every single thing that we do. And tonight, if you're riding a horse, if you're walking through this concourse, please do me a favor. Just pull up on the reins a little bit. Remove cover if you would, please, and bow your heads as we honor God tonight like we have every other night before. Father God, thank you so very much for the blessings, Lord, that you have just given us and all of the wonderful things, Lord, that you have given us in our lives to be here, Lord, to participate in this ranch sorting event tonight. Father, we ask tonight you watch over this facility. You watch over the cattle, the riders and their horses, Lord, together. Father, we ask that you would watch over the men and women around this country and around the world and make sure that our freedoms stay just that here in America. Father, I ask tonight, Lord, a special prayer, Lord, for Pam Schooley as she heals up from a car accident, Lord, and just wrap her up, Lord, in healing arms. Father, tonight I also ask that you would watch over those politicians in Washington and maybe grab them up by the collar if you have to. Let them know that this country is run by the people, not their prophets. Father God, we ask these things not because we think that we deserve them, Lord, but because we know that we are humbled and blessed to know your Son, Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've had the great honor of being joined here this week by some great competitors from around the world. We've been joined by folks from Italy, Canada, Venezuela. They come from all over the place. And we're blessed to have them. We're blessed to have them in our community. So at this time, we are going to honor our Italian friends and our Italian competitors with the Italian national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for our Italian competitors? Thank you guys so much for being here. And, you know, we just could not do this sport without great competitors like those from Italy. At this time, we are going to honor our neighbors to the north and the national anthem from Canada. Beautiful song right there from our friends in Canada. Thank you to our Canadian competitors for being here. We are blessed, ladies and gentlemen, to live in the United States of America. We are blessed beyond measure, I promise you that. You can go a lot of places in this world and they still want to come to America. We're the last place on this planet for freedom, for sovereignty, above all. That flag you're going to watch walk around that arena right there from beautiful cowgirl from South Dakota, it represents so much to so many people. Tonight, I would like to do something special. If you've served in the United States military or you have a family member that has, and I don't care what branch it was, I would like you to raise your hand or make a little bit of noise. It is because of you people that we get to be here tonight and this week. It is because of your family members and your sacrifice that we get to live in the greatest country on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not standing right now and you are able, you should get there to your feet as we are about to hear the greatest song that's ever been written and sung in the world, your national anthem. Well, if that doesn't fire you up, you might want to check your pulse, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the short round.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brant Clark. Beside me is the executive director of the USTPA, Cody Wood. Cody, we just watched their opening ceremonies. Tonight is technically the second finals night. Last night was the sorting finals and some great action we watched from Play with the Pros with Travis Freiheit and Peyton winning that big $17,000 check. Tonight, it's the number 13 penning class. And we also run the 7, the open, and our senior youth class along with our first round of the Play with the Pros. We were talking about the added money a little bit earlier. $104,000 going to get paid out tonight.
Yeah, big money, great money. Like you said last night, Peyton, Travis together combined won $26,000. Combined what they went to work for about a minute and 30 seconds. To win $26,000. Just a great opportunity. Love the ranch sorting. It was fast. The cattle were tough. And we're going to see a lot of the same thing here tonight. But, folks, you're going to see a completely different arena as we transitioned everything over now to the team pinning. Now you're going to see 30 head of cattle in this big arena. And they are going to have to really work to keep those cattle on the right side of the line and bring them back to the other end of the pen in a quick hurry. We've been seeing runs this week, Brent, that have been down in the 20-second range. You know that there's got to be one around the corner that's going to break and go sub 20 seconds, and that could happen tonight in a championship round.
Yeah, I mean, as these competitors have been, they're peaking at the right time for the majority of the people here. Now, this is a tough event to be successful in, and we've seen some people that maybe have not been as successful. But for the most part, most people knew that when they showed up here in Amarillo that they had to have their A game on. And we're going to start off with the number 13 class.
In the number 13, this is as fast as it gets. I mean, these are going to be some of the best riders in the world. And right off the bat here, Brant, you got Trent Field, Nicola Colavecchio, and Chase Hunter. We highlighted the Italians being here. Nicola has done a great job all week long, and now here he is. He's found himself in this championship round, so that you know the folks over in Italy are tuning in right now, and they get to start things off with their guy right out the gate.
So as you mentioned, there's 30 cows in this field of play right now. They are numbered in sets of 3 zeros, 3 ones, all the way up to 9s. Our in-house announcer, Skip Ransom, we met him just a little bit on Facebook. He had called 0, that 8 cow cross. That's what they consider a trash cow. Anything that is not numbered is numbered differently than what the announcer calls. They're going to get a no time, and that's what happens to our first team out.
Yeah, so tough luck right there. You know, Trent Field, Nicola Colavecchio, Chase Hunter. I want to big shout out to Trent Field. He's also been leading the cattle crew in the back, him and Trevor Field. So double duty, you know, trying to compete, working at the same time. So tough luck right there for Trent, Nicola, and Chase. But now here's a fantastic team when you're talking about Sonia Buckner, Shailene Hunter, Brooke Mitchell. These ladies can really ride.
Yeah, we watched Sonia Buckner just get done in the junior youth penning. She was able to get her team onto the championship round that'll happen tomorrow. Now she's going to find out how big a check she's going to get here in the number 13 penning. They're going to pay 8 places. Top 10 teams are all going to compete for that money right now.
Well, and when you're talking about some of the hottest riders here all week long, folks, I mean, we've been here for 6 days now. Tomorrow will be day number 7, so this is a marathon. Sonia Buckner might be the hottest rider here this week so far. She has been very successful, was the open handicap sorting champion last night with Dustin Johnson. Here she is with Shailene Hunter, you know, great cowgirl from Canada. Brooke Mitchell, a high school student. They're out of Mississippi, so you know, we got them covered all across the map here on this one as well, Brent. Brooke Mitchell in the herd right now, really working hard, just not quite getting that third count. Now she's got him down the wall, Brent.
All right, here they come. They come in 13 seconds behind the leader, so they really need to make up some time. They'll do it, 53 and 15.
Boy, they finished that one off in a quick hurry. I'm telling you, it took them a second to get that third cow out of there, but Brooke sticking with the ride, didn't give up, no ounce of quit in her, and brought that herd to the pen in a quick hurry. Now, this are fresh cattle here right now, ladies and gentlemen. So what that means is these cows have not been ran on. They're new to the arena. They can have the opportunity to, kind of blow up, if you will, and be hard to pin. As we go down the line now, Michael Evans, Callie Brookshire, Stacy Sullivan, 110.89 on 9 heads, what they're bringing to the table. But Michael Evans, a great rider. Callie Brookshire, though, multi-world champion, number 1 in the world in the 6s, your 6th world champion this year, 18-year-old cowgirl, Texas A&M University freshman. Look at this right off here, double right out the gate for Callie Brookshire.
Yeah, I mean, there's no argument that she's in the top 3 best female riders in the world right now. She's showing it. Yeah, this is her last. She said earlier that this is not necessarily my last year of team penning, but it's the last year of heavy competition. And she's going to focus on her schooling at Texas A&M, and right now it's going to be a no time for her and Michael and Stacy.
You know, Callie Brookshire might be one of the most competitive, if not the most competitive person here. And, she started things off. She jumped in, pulled that double out, went back into the herd, had the third cow, and unfortunately a no time for our world champion in the 6th class, Callie Brookshire. Well, now, we saw Sonia Buckner earlier. Now it's time to turn things over to Brian Buckner. Brian Buckner, Noah Sedrell, Sarah Sedrell coming into the 122.60. Now, right here, one of the greatest aspects, ladies and gentlemen, about team pinning ranch sorting is the ability to ride with your family, with your spouse. This is a father-daughter right here, Noah and Sarah Sedrell. Right here, Florida family. Brian Buckner, though, again, we watched wife Sonia a little bit ago have some success, and Brian has been right there, right along with her. They've had a great week this week.
A lot of times you'll see strategy from riders to ride in what they call the box. And so Noah and Sarah ride in the box, and they just change out riders. So we're seeing them right now with Brian Buckner. You'll see him a little bit later come into the lead with Jordan Lesh. And the reason that they do that is they're comfortable together. They know each other, and they can trust each other, and that little 6 is going to pop out of there and cause them to be a no time.
Well, tough luck right there for our team. Big shout out to Noah Sedrell. Noah Sedrell's been the president of the USTPA for 4 years now. He's had a great term, done a fantastic job. And, his term is up, and so we sure do want to thank him for the service that he's done for the association and for the sport. Thank you to Noah Sedrell. Well, as we go down now, we're going to go to our buddy up here in the booth, Patrick Bray. Patrick Bray coming to the line with Nick Borgia. Long Island Cowboy, and Ryan Burnholz. This team right here is coming in with a 119.22.
This is a team that rides together a lot. They're separated a little bit, and when you look at geography on them, Patrick's from New Boston, Texas. Nick Borgia's from Long Island, New York, and Ryan Burnholz works in New York, lives in Pennsylvania, I believe.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, that's what it is. Yep.
Yep, you're right, though, but just a great set of guys right here. One of the other things I love to talk about with Nick Borgia, I mean, it's clear that he is just a world-class athlete, wrestler, NCAA champion in Lehigh University, and carrying that athleticism and competitiveness over here to our sport in the team pinning world and getting better every day. Come on, fellas. This right here, we could be looking at a leaderboard change.
As you watch this, Ryan Burnholz is going to move over to the hole. He's on the right-hand side of your screen. He's going to turn those cows right into the pen. Patrick Bray rides in, raises his hand, and it'll be a 34-73.
34-73, Ryan Burnholz, Nick Borgia, Patrick Bray. Couldn't be happier for him. Nick Borgia, we talked about a little bit last night, taking a little bit of time off from the sport, working with, getting a family started, getting married, having a kid on the way, and boy, is he having fun here this week.
They came in the 9th position, and so they're 24 seconds off the lead, but with all of the blowouts that have happened so far, I mean, things might work out for them.
Yep. And here's Ryan Burnholz once again coming right back again, back-to-back teams here in the championship round, now with Cody Akerd, fantastic young cowboy, and Ashton Vanderwerf, Michigan cowgirl.
Yes, they came into this championship round in 7th place, and something we haven't mentioned yet is they draft their positions. So from fastest time to lowest time, they get to pick their positions. Most people, if you're the number one team, you pick the final position, the 10th position. They're able to sit back and watch what's happening right now and get a good look at these cattle. And Cody Akerd and Ryan Burnholz and Ashton Vanderwerf are handling these cattle fairly well. I should not have said that.
Yeah, tough luck. They had it going on. I mean, I think we're seeing a lot of the same like we saw last night. These cattle are fresh off the truck, and they are running hard and fast, but going to be a no time here.
Here's the champ, Brittany Vespi. The number 4 champion, Tanner Chapelier. Tanner Keith will be on deck. Excuse me, they're with her, I'm sorry. Travis Kaiser, Shaylee DeWitt, and Tiana Kaiser. They're the next team. Let's talk about this team. Brittany, Tanner Chapelier, and Tanner Keith. Tanner Chapelier wins the world title yesterday.
Yeah, and no surprise, the young man is just 14 years old and rides well beyond his years, folks. This young man right here, Tanner Chapelier, his future is awfully bright. And not to mention the fact that he's riding with the number 1 rider in all the world, as you see Tanner Keith right here cut the herd and finds that first cow right off the top. And now you see your number 4 champion in Brittany Vespi.
Yeah, Brittany's worked hard, and she's traveled all year long, and they've got 3 of them together. Oh, this could be fast. Look at Tanner Keith. He's at the top of your screen right now, sweeping everything through. Tanner Chapelier holds the hole. Here they come.
Got him. Man, you could see him set that up, Brant. Right there, Tanner Keith, he had that first cow right off the top. Brittany Vespi came in behind him. That was championship team pitting at its best. They were 5 steps ahead of those cows the entire run.
We had a conversation this afternoon amongst some of the riders about who do you think some of the best rider is in the world, and everybody keep coming back to Tanner Keith. Obviously, he won this year in the points championship, but throw the points away, throw everything away when it counts and when it matters. Tanner Keith from Virginia is going to make it happen.
Without question. Travis Kaiser now, when you're talking about great riders, here's another one. Travis Kaiser, Shaylee DeWitt, and Ty Kaiser. So father-daughter here with Travis and Ty, and then Shaylee DeWitt, an outstanding high school student, outstanding athlete right here. Travis Kaiser, though, one of my favorite riders to watch, and he's in the herd as well. Extremely strong and solid right there and getting it rolling. Look at Ty Kaiser. That black cow wanted to blow out, and she put the brakes on him.
Yeah, she's playing 3rd position on the line right now, making sure that them other cattle don't come across. When you have somebody as tough as Tiana Kaiser is on the line, you can take some risks in the herd. You want to, as you watch, Travis is just trying to sneak around through these cattle and not blow them up, not send them too far towards the line so he can find his cow. But right now he's having a little trouble spotting it.
They're going to go for 2 head, going to make a business decision to get a pin. Going to be on 2 head now, ladies and gentlemen. So, that really could play out when you're talking about the placings and the money and how it's going to all fall out. with as many no times as we've had here tonight, that could really play off in a big way.
I'm fairly certain Travis Kaiser is going to ride down there and make sure that there's a one in that herd. I don't know if he just didn't see it or. Oh, there it was. Yeah, it was in there.
Well, we got 2 teams left to go, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Nicole Pish, Dustin Johnson, Clayton Fisher.
Going back to Travis and Ty and Shaylee's run there, the champions are determined by first total number of cattle, then lapse times. So in that scenario, because Ryan Bernholtz and Nick Borgia are on 12 with a very fast time, that's going to trump no matter what the lapse time is for Travis, Shaylee, and Tiana, because they're only going to be on 11.
Very good, yeah. Folks, right here, Dustin Johnson, Cool, Mississippi, going to enter the herd. Number 2 in the world in the sevens. Just one of the great riders of the USTPA, and showing you why as he's getting this thing rolling in a quick hurry. And Clayton Fisher today took a hard fall, ladies and gentlemen. Horse went end over end. Clayton took a real hard spill. He's been at the hospital all afternoon, and here he is back again in the championship round. He's nothing was going to hold him back from the opportunity to win a world title, and they might have a chance to do it right here if they can finish. They've had a bit of a margin ahead of the last team that went to the number 1.
They might not be the fastest in this go-round, but I think we got to listen here. I think that they're going to be fast enough to go to the lead.
Going to put him number 2. That has got to be close. That has got to be awfully close.
Yeah, that's going to put him at a 12 and a 141, so they'll be 5 seconds behind Brittany, Tanner Shepler, and Tanner Keith.
Well, folks, last team in the number 13. We're about to find out our first world champions of the night. Noah Sadrell, Sarah Sadrell coming back to do it again, the father-daughter with Jordan Lesh. Jordan Lesh won the number 9 sorting last night, looking to win his second world title of the week here in the number 13 pinning.
All right, they're going to be looking for 7. Jordan's the first one in the herd, and he sees that Charlet calf. It's going to take it to the bottom of your screen right now, and they're going to change positions. There's 3 positions in this game. Position 1 is the first person in the herd. Position 2 is the second cut, and then the third position is the lineman. We talked a little bit about that. Now Jordan having to work the line.
Now they're coming in here, folks, with a 95.01 on 9 heads, so they had a clear lead on the rest of the pack.
Yeah,
Need to catch up a little bit of time now, though. They're starting to lose that head start they had, if you will.
If you have an 8-second lead, this is where you're panicking. No. Oh, and that's not going to work either.
Man, that one is going to sting, folks. They had a great opportunity coming into the line. And going to come down, going to be a no time for your fastest team coming back.
But as we take a look at this leaderboard here, Brittany Vespi, Tanner Shepler, and Tanner Keith. Tanner Keith not only going to win the points championship for the best number 7 rider of the 2022 season, he's also going to claim a world championship here at the finals.
Tanner Shepler, Tanner Keith, Brittany Vespi. I'm going to set it down to the floor with my buddy Cody Wood, and he is going to walk you guys through the exact moment where they knew they were the number 13 world champions.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about it? The number 13, your world champions, Tanner Keith, Brittany Vespi, and Tanner Chapelier. Your number 13, ladies and gentlemen, consistently one of the fastest classes in all of team pinning. And without question, right here, you have got 3 superstars of the USTPA lined up. And without question, no surprise to see them here right now. Tanner, I'm going to start with you. From the beginning of the year, it is without a shadow of a doubt that you've been the best rider in the world. You're the world champion here in the number 7s. You come right into the number 13, the first short round here of the night. Jump out and win this thing. How's this year been for you? I mean, you've been going hard and been riding extremely well.
Yes, sir. It's been a good year, and I'm blessed.
You absolutely have, man. I got to ask, your mom jumped out, won a world title last night. Now we got a second gold buckle in the truck.
Yes, sir. Makes the drive home a little easier.
Absolutely, man. Well, we sure are proud of you, man. Sure happy for what you've done throughout this year. Has been quite the accomplishment. As I move on down now to Brittany Vespi. Now, this is your 4 world champion, the highest points in the 4 race, ladies and gentlemen. Brittany, you have worked your tail off all year long, and I am so thrilled for you to cap it off right here. You got a lot of riding still left to do tonight and tomorrow night, but right here with Tanner, and as the work that you've put in, the consistency, and now here you are winning another gold buckle.
Yeah, I've been riding with these two all year, and it's really special to me that we won together.
One of the great things that we have here within our sport is obviously the work with inside your horses, too. You absolutely love this horse right here, and you guys work together. It's quite a team. What does this horse mean to you?
She's everything.
Well, she is awfully good, and we are awfully proud of you as well. You're 4 world champion, and now you're number 13, Tanner Chapelier. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man has got every ounce of ability to be the greatest superstar in the team pinning world. You give him a couple more years, this gold buckles are going to stack up as he's already got his second one this week. Tanner, you ride an awful lot with Tanner Keith, Brittany Vespi, especially, you've got a lot of tutelage from Tanner Keith and Dustin Johnson as well. And now here it is, all that hard work's paying off with your second gold buckle. How does it feel to win the number 13, though, right? This is a big class.
It feels amazing. I couldn't do it without them.
Well, I'm telling you what, man, I cannot wait to continue to see your success and continue to watch you grow. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, your number 13 world champions, Tanner Keith, Brittany Vespi, and Tanner Chapelier.
Man, how exciting is that right there to watch a young kid ride with 2 of the very best in the world and end up right there in the top with that team. That is just so exciting. As we get ready to go down and do some awards, we would like to honor and show off a couple of these teams and highlight them right here in front of the announcer's stand. We're going to do that with our teams 3rd place, 2nd place, and 1st place. But we're also going to make mention of our top 10 teams as a whole. These guys right here, they all earned a spot here in this short round, and they all deserve a little recognition. Your 10th place team in the number 13 from Florida, Noah Sodrell, Mississippi, Brian Buckner, and Sarah Sodrell. Your 9th place team, Trent Field, Nicolo Colvecchio, and Chase Hunter. Your 8th place team in the number 13, Cody Aker, Ryan Bernholz, Ashton Vanderwerf. Your 7th best team in the world in the number 13, Michael Evans, Callie Brookshire, Stacy Sullivan. In 6th place, Noah Sodrell, Jordan Lesh, and Sarah Sodrell. In 5th place, Travis Kaiser, Shaylee DeWitt, Ty Kaiser. Your 4th place team, some of the baddest women on the planet, Sonia Buckner, Shailene Hunter, Brooke Mitchell. Your top 3 teams. Let's talk about them for a minute. Ryan Bernholz, Nick Borgia, Patrick Bray, 3rd best team in the world. Oh, the number 2 team, man, made up of some superstars there. Nicole Pitch, Dustin Johnson, Clayton Fisher. And once again, because you can never say the world champions' names enough, how about it for Tanner Keith, Tanner Chapelier, and Brittany Vespi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as they get finished up with their awards, we're going to get right into the very next class tonight.
Hello, everybody. I am here with Casey Decker. Casey, you are the ramrod in charge of tomorrow night's bull riding. We're expecting quite a few bull riders tomorrow night for right here in the Amarillo Center.
Yeah, we have 35, some really good bull riders coming in, so it's going to be really exciting to see what they can get done. I'm assuming they'll probably ride. I'm hoping they ride 10 to 15 bulls tomorrow night, so should be good.
You were talking a little bit earlier off camera about the quality of bull riders. I mean, you got some guys that have been to the PBR World Finals that are going to be competing right here in Amarillo.
Yep, PBR Finals and the NFR. So we have both of them. We have, Rubens Barbosa is going to be here. He's gone to the finals a couple times. We have Leonardo Lima. They're both from Brazil. We're going to have Jacob Omara. He's been the NFR, and Dustin Paquette. So it should be really good watching. Dustin and Jacob, they're both getting on 2 bulls apiece, so it should be good watching tomorrow.
Being a bullfighter at heart, I mean, the bulls are what I'm really interested in. Talk a little bit about the bull power that's going to be here tomorrow and what that's going to look like.
So as far as the bulls go, we have some really good stock contractors coming in. We have Jeff Harris. He's bringing 2 teams in. He was our last year's champion here with the bull team. So it's going to be really cool to see what he brings because he has Jacob and Dustin getting on his bull. So that's going to be good matchups right there. We also have Skip Jones. He's right here in Amarillo, and he has a lot of really good bulls that he hauls around to the country, consistently. So, I mean, there's going to be some tough bulls here as well.
When we're talking about bull teams, we're talking about the bulls themselves. Normally in a regular bull riding, the bull gets a score, right? But you don't add that up with another set of bulls. And that's what the bull team concept is that as our judges are judging those bulls, they're going to add them with how many bulls are on a team?
There's 2 bulls on a team.
2 bulls on a team. Well, what's a good score for a bull that we might see tomorrow night?
So this is a really interesting situation. I'm glad you asked because what we do here, this is a rider-friendly bull team. So the guys get bonus points for as many seconds as the rider rides their bull. So if they ride their bull 8 seconds, they get 8 bonus points under their bull score. So it's cool to see how it works, and that's why we let these guys pick their riders because they're able to score the bulls. If they bring a 22-point bull, the guy's 88 points on him. So say it's an 88-point bull, and they ride him for another 8 seconds. I mean, you have a 96-point bull right there. So that's a cool way to do it, and it's a cool way to have it, and it gets a lot of people. It's good for the crowd as well because they get to see a lot of good bull rides instead of a lot of guys getting bucked off and maybe see one bull ride.
Casey, thank you for joining me in the booth, man. I appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow night, and we're excited for the show.
Sounds good, bud. Thank you.
Cows, we got new teams. Team number 1, Ray Aceto, Junior Leal, and Addison Bryan. As we get ready to go into our next class, how about flag us up, team? 1, cattle number 1.
Senior youth. Look at Addison Bryan now. Jumps in, pulls him out. Ray Aceto. Nice job, Addison Bryan. Pulls that cow out and then holds the bad one back. Now they got the 3rd cow. Got to finish. Great job, team. Nice work. Addison Bryan, Ray Aceto, and Colorado Jr.
Cloraldo Jr. Leal is his name.
I need that Babble app that Patrick needed last night. Jeez, holy cow.
But both of those guys are world champions now.
Yeah, they sure are. And, boy, Addison Bryan did a great job right there, pulling that cow out and then peeled back and kept the bad one back. Peyton Hayes, Hunter Brismakevitz, and Sophie Evans. Hunter, what can you say about him last night? I mean, he really had a great evening along with sister Peyton.
He was talking a little bit earlier about his sister, and he said that his sister, she rides and she refines her horsemanship. He goes, I just like to be a cowboy. He says, I get home, I got my chores, I go check my cows, I make sure that my fences are good, and my cattle have feed. And he said, I just like being a cowboy. But boy, he can ride.
Yeah, he sure can. He sure can.
Oh, that calf's going to beat him right there.
You don't win them all. You'll see him come back and do it again, though, folks. That'll not be the last time you see Hunter. Well, tough luck. Tough luck for Hunter, Peyton, and Sophie. Well, Peyton Hayes going to stay out here, stay on this team now as she goes now with your world champion in the junior year with Callie Sajoni and then a great rider in Ashton Hayslip.
Mm-hmm. Here's a youth team that should be. They might not be the toughest team here this week, but in about 2 years, when you look at this team again, when we take a look at this in maybe 2024, this might be one of the best teams.
Yeah, definitely. Right here, Callie Sajoni on the USTPA Texas Haynet Performance Horse of the Year, Joker. You know, and you got to mention it, Peyton Hayes coming off a tough week. Family dealing with a little bit of loss with their grandfather passing away. And now it's time to turn things around right here and have a great World Finals with a gold buckle.
They're going to find that first cow on the top of your screen. They'll push that one across. Look at these young riders understanding positioning, understanding when to switch.
Callie Sajoni, only 12 years old, well beyond her years as a rider, and showing you now she's picked him up. We're headed to the pin. Come on, Callie, finish it off.
She's going to sweep these cows.
Great job,
39
ladies.
and 96.
39.96. Peyton Hayes, Callie Sajoni, Ashton Hayslip. Going to start things off. I believe that's going to put them in the number 1 spot. Nope, they're going to stay in the number 2 spot. So Ray Acheto, Colorado Dill, and Addison Bryan still going to be sitting number 1 by 1 second, Brand. Only a 1 second difference from 1 to 2 at the moment. Charisma Lindsay, Eduardo Andreas Lil, and Peyton Brismakevitz is our next team to go.
You got it.
Oh, I'm telling you, I downloaded the Babbel app that Patrick needed.
Wow. Brismakevitz.
You know what? I really want to brag on this Eduardo. I saw him for the first time in Columbiana, Ohio. Young man came down off his horse, took a really hard hit up against the panels. Just a tough young man and really coming on strong. Loves this sport like no other, and it shows in his riding. Originally,
he's from Venezuela. They moved to America about 4 years ago, and they just started ranch sorting and team penning they said just a little less than 3 years. And look at this. They've got 3 coming out. We're not even into the 30 seconds yet.
Yeah, we could be looking at a leaderboard change for sure. Peyton Brismakevitz, the big money winner of the week, winning the Play with the Pros ranch sorting last night with Travis Freiheit. How about a 29.69 with a new leader? All right, there is your new leaders, ladies and gentlemen. Charisma Lindsay, Eduardo Andreas Lil, and Peyton Brismakevitz. That'll take us down now as we will see Eduardo Andreas Lil once again in here with Colorado Junior Lil, Caden Deason, coming in with a 53.77.
This team was 8 seconds off from the leaders. And interesting enough, they came in the and they came in the 6th position. No, I don't think so. They came in the 5th position, and they chose to take 1 spot down. They could have had the 5th place position, but they said
funny you mentioned that, because when I was doing the draft, I wasn't sure what their strategy was. Maybe they know a little bit more about the herd than we do.
I guess so.
But either way, here they come, Eduardo, Colorado, and Caden. The Lil brothers, they definitely do a great job riding together. Like I said a second ago about Eduardo, they absolutely love being inside the herd.
Yeah. Cloraldo Leal Sr. was just giving them some advice.
Great chance right here to
Look
change
at this.
the top of the leaderboard.
Oh, I thought that was the 3rd one. Right there on the top.
Come on, Caden. Look at the stop on the line right there. That was unreal. Colorado did a fantastic job right there because that cow was on the other side of the good cow. I mean, he had to really work to get that one sorted
Eduardo.
off. We got to wait. We missed the black cow. Come on, team. Now we got it.
And still, even though they had a little bobble there at the end, 45 seconds. You go anywhere outside of Amarillo, and that's a good time. That's probably going to get you a check.
Yeah, but this...
Or it's going to win the event. I'm sorry, this one.
Well, it's going to put him in the number 2 spot. They're going to stay right there. Yeah, Charisma Lindsay, Eduardo Andreas Lil, and Peyton Brismakevitz. Brismakevitz is still going to be in the number 1 spot. Well, Shaylee DeWitt, Eduardo Andreas Lil here for the 3rd time in a row, and Brooke Mitchell.
Yeah, Eduardo's got 3 rides back to back to back. I think they did. I think he's out there switching horses right now.
Yeah, good for him. Thinking that process through. Want to make sure to save his horse. He's going to be coming in here on a fresh mount. Eduardo Andreas Lil, Shaylee DeWitt, and Brooke Mitchell. This is a great team right here. You know, when you really look at it.
Shaylee DeWitt will be the first one in the herd.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, Shaylee.
You know, she did a really nice job right there of just getting into there, not disrupting those cattle at all. Just got in there, pulled her cow out. Now she's got a few cows here that she's got to roll. That 4 cows in the middle of those 3. And look at that.
Great
nice
job, kids. Come on now. Shaylee, Eduardo, Brooke. You know, Brooke Mitchell does a great job right there. A lot of nice. Brooke Mitchell, a lot of experience riding with Dustin Johnson. Just like Tanner Chapelier, it shows in a big way.
So that'll put him third,
put him in the number 3
90.06.
spot. Going to put him in the number 3 spot. Well, here comes our senior youth champion, Callie Brookshire. Chase Hunter, Tessa Rennie. Now, Callie Brookshire, number 1 in the world in the 6s, has won every gold buckle she's ever had the opportunity to win. But I tell you what, she wants to win this senior youth team pinning worse than you could ever imagine, going out on top.
Yeah. She had a little bobble last night in the senior youth sorting finals. And you could tell she was a little bit bothered by that. But she's cleared her mind. She's back. And this is her strongest, I think, anyway. I think she's the strongest in the penning. And so if she's going to win a world title as her last year as a senior youth, she wants to win it right here. And the cattle have been good cows. I mean, very good cows to get this done in.
Yeah, definitely. And as you see just how great of a job that is right there. Rolls around there. Right here, Tessa Rennie was a reserve world champion here last year. And now they've got a good chance. And Callie Brookshire back in the herd. She's got that Charlet up against the wall. Look at this. Now, Callie. Now she's got him. She wasn't going to bobble twice. Here they come. Chase is on the case around the wing. Come on, man. Got it. There we go. Nice job, team.
You had to slip that one in there, didn't you?
I had to. Big shout out to the kids at home.
That's right.
Callie Brookshire, Chase Hunter, Tessa Rennie. Fantastic run. Gonna put him in the number 2 spot.
Look at that. By 1/100th of a second. 82 and 21 is what Charisma, Eduardo, and Peyton had. Callie Brookshire, Callie, and Chase and Tessa are going to put 82 and 22 down.
It can't get any tighter than that, that's for sure. But here she is. Now we're going to go down to Peyton Bresbakevitz, Ashton Hayslip, and Addison Bryan. But awfully close. I mean, that you don't see that every day. 1/100th of a second.
And Callie Brookshire, a little emotional right now as she comes down. She kind of looked up at us, and you could tell she's a little bit, she wanted that one. But it's not in the stars for her. Let's go to our next team. Peyton Bresbakevitz.
Addison Bryan. Yeah, Addison Bryan in the herd. And now, as we roll down here comes Ashton Hayslip. Ashton Hayslip really always steps up to the plate in the big moments. She always seems to be right there and excels when needed.
I was about to say how well Peyton was. I mean, she is just rocking that line. She's working her way down to the top side, to the bottom side, back to the top side. But that cow's going to slip by him, and it'll be in no time.
Well, only 2 teams left to go. Charisma Lindsay, Eduardo Andreas Lil, and Peyton Bresbakevitz. Still standing in that number 1 spot. They set the tone awfully fast with that 29.69. The team right here, Piper Jones, Callie Sajoni, and Peyton Hayes. Now they're coming in with a 49 seconds, 49.02.
So Callie Sajoni is the younger sister to...
older sister.
I'm backwards. Yes, I'm backwards. Callie is the older sister to Aubrey.
Now Piper Jones here just showed up today. And so talk about making her presence known here early on. make it into the top 10 here in the senior youth. All right, Callie. Callie Sajoni, sister Aubrey Sajoni, winning the youth world title last night in the sorting.
Look at
Nice
her ride.
pickup.
They still need one more cow.
Charlotte came out of that herd like it was wanting to run. Nice job, ladies, keeping him back. There you go, Peyton. All right, rolling down here, looking to finish off things strong. Piper Jones.
Oh, Piper.
Boy, Brant, that was a great example last night. We were talking about how just inches from the cow can change the way that cow's movement. And she might have just got a little too close to that cow, driving him in there, made that cow kind of hold up a little bit.
And if my buddy Patrick Bray were on his microphone right now, he probably would have explained it to us a little bit better than two guys like us could. But she was on that right side of that cow, got a little bit deep past the tail, and it just turned that cow back. And she really needed to be on the other side of that calf and trying to push it in. But it's a youth class. It's a senior youth class. We don't expect them to be perfect in all of their techniques. So, still a very good run.
Well, our last team of the senior youth, Tanner Chapelier, 2 gold buckles already in the last 2 days. Ray Achetto, 2 gold buckles in the last 2 days. And Brooke Mitchell, an outstanding rider herself.
Well, we need to put Brooke Mitchell in this club. We need to get her another gold buckle or get her a gold buckle.
We definitely do, and they got a great chance to do it right here with a 45.61 is what they're bringing in. So, if they could be right in that 33-second range.
Right on the end. 2 of them.
Look at this.
3 of them.
Look at the
Look
triple.
at this.
I'm telling
All
you.
3 of them.
It's set up for
Look
him
out,
to
leaderboard.
just go off and
Can
cap
she get
this
around that
thing
corner?
off.
This is way fast.
1698, Brant. 1698.
I was certain that you said in the pre-show, but we haven't seen anybody sub 20 yet, and sure enough, look at this. Where does it happen? Does it happen in the 13 or in the open? No. It's going to happen in the senior youth.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, folks. Great young folks right there. Tanner Chapelier, Ray Achetto, Brooke Mitchell, a 1698 and a gold buckle.
And we'll now put Brooke Mitchell in that gold buckle club.
Perfect.
Well, we're going to go to the arena floor. Right now, we're going to get our cattle out, and then we are going to take a look at our champions. Patrick Bray, thank you for joining me, sir. This is one of the classes that I know you were watching. What are your thoughts when you see a run like that?
Well, it's hard to beat luck, but again, as we've talked so many times, they had 3 on the edge, but they still had to step in there. They had to take care of business. Tanner done. Tanner's wise beyond his years, and he's had good coaching along the way. He knew not to panic there. He knew to step in, secure those cattle, push them away, let his partners get in there and help him, and it worked out. Obviously, they're making a victory lap.
Yeah, it's really cool. Brooke Mitchell was the only one on that team that hasn't won a gold buckle yet this week, and now she has one.
Now she has one, but that's a very good team right there. You're probably going to say their names some more and see them some more down the line because that's a very good team there.
We'll go down to the arena floor right now. Cody Wood has got our winners with us on the arena floor.
We were up in the booth talking to the crowd out there amongst the world, and we knew that there was a time that was going to be sub 20 seconds. Didn't happen in the 13, but it happened in our senior youth, and for good reason with great riders like this. Tanner, I feel like deja vu, my man. We were just standing here right here 10 minutes ago. Your 3rd gold buckle here right now. I mean, I couldn't be prouder of you, man. I've been watching you all year long. You have just continued to get better. I mean, what are you looking forward to coming into this next year into 2023? Because 2022's set you up awfully bright. And now 2023, what do you got in store for us?
I want to keep pushing myself.
Well, I think you got a High Point World title right around the corner. That's what I think you got there, my man. Keep riding. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working for you. Ray, talk about multi-world champion Tanner Chapelier. We got another one right here in Ray Achetto just this week. Ray,
you've been getting after it, going down the road just like we talked about with Tanner. I'm telling you, you can see how much better you get every single time you walk into the herd. Right now you won the title last night in the sorting. How did it feel to win it here in the team penning?
Feels good. Like I say, thank you to my partners.
Yeah, well, you guys did a great job. I'm telling you, 1698. Folks, multi-world champions, Tanner Chapelier, Ray Aceto. Now it is time to add Brooke Mitchell to that world championship lineup. Now, Brooke, just like with Tanner and Ray, you got some mentors that you ride with awful lot and do a fantastic job, and you yourself have just done a great job. Started off in the beginning, Forest, Mississippi, and now here you are, Amarillo, Texas. Couldn't be more thrilled for you and your parents and your family, all coming down to this. How does it feel to win with Tanner, Ray, and I believe your first gold buckle?
It feels really good.
Well, we are pumped for you guys. 1698, your senior youth world champions, Tanner Chapelier, Ray Aceto, and Brooke Mitchell.
Patrick Bray, we watched that our presentation and our interviews there with Cody Wood. Congratulations to all of our winners of the senior youth. Our junior youth will be tomorrow night. We're going to watch that. Tonight is also ride with our youth class.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about what that class is going to look like, because we'll see these youth riders again. It won't be all three of them won't be a youth. You'll actually mix a pro in with them, right?
Well, if you've watched our Ride with the Pros, it's kind of a reverse edition of that. It was to recognize and to highlight our youth riders. And what we did was we paired them up to where we thought we had even teams, and then we sold the teams. And anyone could buy them, anyone could ride with them. And I think we said the junior youth rider has to make the first cut, but from there it goes, whoever wants to make second. But it's just a way to raise a little bit of money for our youth fund and our scholarship fund, and to highlight those youth riders, because they deserve. I mean, they're the future of our sport. They deserve to be highlighted.
We raised almost $36,000 for the scholarship fund for the USTPA. All of that money is given away. When they give them scholarships to them when they are a senior in high school?
When they are a senior in high school. They can win them as they're getting there. And like I said, our goal is to, at some point, someday, every USTPA youth member who's graduating high school, to make sure that they have a scholarship.
That's such a great program. We're going to be moving now into our open class. And interesting enough, this is the class that is built for the best riders in the world. It's made a handicap, so that anybody that's under a 21, if their team adds up is rated less than a 21 when added all together, they'll get a little bump in the handicap. There's one guy that isn't just in the top 10, he is the leader of the top 10, and he is a one rider.
He is a one rider, Mr. Phil Nichols. He's not only in there, he's in there twice. He's in there twice. He has two different teams, but Mr. Nichols is from Tucson, Arizona. Met him several years ago. He and his friend Rob Henshaw kind of traveled together, and met them and went to eat with them a lot and became friends, and tickled to death for him. And he's got some great partners. And, and that's what this handicap system, those open riders, when they draw a lower number rider, it's not a disaster for them because they know the handicap is going to help them. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, it's helped on both of his team. But, yes, we have several people. I think we have 8 different people in this open who have more than one ride back in it.
Yeah, you're gonna see some of the greats in our sport, from Travis Freiheit, who just won last night, James Greer, Mark Braunschmidt, Nikki Sajoni, Jordan Lesh. The list goes on and on and on and on. But it's the who's who of team penners here this week.
Yes, this is the one for these open riders, these 5, 6, and 7s. This is the buckle that kind of comes with bragging rights. When you can put on that open buckle, that that means a lot even to these open riders. They pretend they don't get excited about a lot, but they get excited about this one.
Cody, there's a $30,000 in payouts here in this final round that we're going to award to this class. The added money continues to get better and better in the USTPA as we continue to draw the best riders in the world.
We've mentioned it all week, and where the future of this sport is going. It's got an opportunity to take the Western sports world by storm, if you will. I mean, it's just a discipline that brings a lot to the table. Speed, horsemanship, families. I mean, it is just teed up in every aspect, and the future is definitely bright, like you say, here in team penning and ranch sorting.
It's surprising, and we're tomorrow night we have our bull bash. We have a lot of these bull riders and bullfighters in here, and you think, well, that's the most exciting. They get excited watching team penning. They enjoy the horsemanship of it, and the Western way of life, if you will. But
they do, and I mean, if you go back into May, and we had Cord McCoy in the booth, and the opportunity to chat with him a little bit, he was thrilled with the opportunity to watch team pinning and chat about it, and just a great example of another great Western sports influencer, if you will, enjoying team pinning.
Well, it looks like we've got cattle in there. We're getting the cattle set behind them to hold them. We started out with 103 teams, went down to 31, cut it to 20, and now we are here for our number one. And, guys, I'm going to tell you something. This first team out, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to do it fast.
Yeah, that's for sure. When you're talking about Jared Lesh, Louis Sajoni, Jordan Lesh, these fellas, obviously Jordan and Jared growing up together. I mean, Louis right there with them. I mean, they've been riding together for 30 years.
And they're coming from the back of the pack, so they're going to do their best to make up time.
And it sure looks weird to me to see those three guys paired together that far behind.
This is a humbling sport.
Patrick, we talked a little bit about what team penning was earlier. What are the two riders on the outside of those herds?
They're your turn back guys, and sometimes you have a play. Typically, if you're doing what we call playing sides, like Jared went to the left, so Louis turned cattle for him, and Jordan went in second. That's kind of by design.
Man,
I told you it'd be fast.
Louis.
That cow don't really want to run.
Watch this.
Man, I'm telling you.
These guys are riding, aren't they?
Started off, as fast as can be. The black cow really going to give them fits.
I'm going to tell you how good I'll tell you how good that black one is. He rode through three of the best riders in the world.
It sure did.
Yeah.
And there's only a handful of people in the world that could have handled that cow.
There's about three more besides those three. There's just a very few.
Yeah.
But anyway, first run in the books, 49-39. But I'm afraid that's not going to win them a check.
Yeah, that's tough luck. Yeah, that is tough. Like I said, it started off so fast. I mean, that was just the horsemanship that was showing out right there. That was team pinning at its finest, and then a tough cow there to get to the end.
Here's a California man, James Greer, paired up again with Louis Sajoni and Kathy Mitchell, who is also from California.
Yes.
Yeah, Kathy Mitchell, took a shot earlier in the week, took a hard hit. Back here doing it again. James Greer, Louis Sajoni coming back, right back on Lexus, I believe, to go back-to-back teams. So James.
Lexus
Louis
is breathing kind of hard after having the work that it had to happen there to get that number one calf. Lexus don't have no quit.
No, she's a really, really nice mare. James has got the second one out real quick.
What a great testament, too, to Kathy Mitchell. Being a 4 here in the Open, obviously there's some great riders right here in James and Louis. But just to be here in that top 10, like you said, and now they've got themselves a chance to have an awfully fast run. There we go.
Tell you what, I know we're only two teams deep into this herd. This herd's not really wanting to run good. They're kind of sticky and kind of, that they just don't want to release and run once you get them clear of the herd. And when you're in a hurry, that's hard to deal with sometimes.
And what do you need to do when you run across these cattle like this?
Well, you've just got to stay behind them. You've got to consciously say, I cannot get ahead, because you talked about when that cow sees your shoulder, he's going to turn around. You've got to stay behind your cow.
All right, here's Stacy Sullivan, Shaylee DeWitt, and Tiana Kaiser, all Wisconsin team.
Now, folks, this is a handicap class right here. So these ladies are coming in as a 9 team, if you will. So they have got a great opportunity when it comes to that handicap. If they can put together a good, clean run.
3 good ladies ride very good, and they ride together a lot, which helps.
Mm-hmm. There's pockets of really great team penning in the world, and Wisconsin is one of those pockets.
Ty Kaiser, a great horse right there as well. There, nice. Oh man, the ladies, are they going to be going to the number 1 spot in the Open handicap? This would be a big deal right here.
Stacy Sullivan, Shaylee DeWitt, Ty Kaiser.
Oh, yeah, they move into the lead by about 17 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to say that lead is safe, but I'm afraid it's not.
Well, and they
we
come
got a
in
lot of great
18
teams.
seconds behind. So if you add 18 seconds to that, right, that's basically running a 51-second run. We wouldn't be that excited about that. But that 18 seconds is crippling.
We talked about Jared, Jordan, and Louie being 30 seconds behind. Tanner Keith, Brian Buckner, Dustin Johnson, 30 seconds behind. This has been kind of a strange open top 10.
It sure has.
It has, but you can't go wrong with this team right here. I mean, we are 7s across the board. Dustin Johnson, Tanner Keith, and Brian Buckner. It can't get much better than this team right now in the sport of team pinning.
But it's hard to say what those cattle are like on Sunday, right? We ran the first 3 go-rounds of this on Sunday, and
look at this.
It's just completely
Tanner
different cattle
Keith,
after 6
Dustin
days.
Johnson on the bookends, and then Brian Buckner going to go to the middle of the herd and pull them all out. Look at this now.
And almost a volley right there. Dustin Johnson, he come around and swept them cows and pushed them right to Tanner Keith, and then let Tanner bounce them cows back. I mean, just an amazing job right there by one of the best teams in the world.
The way that move was explained to me, if you look at it, it's a box. You want to move up in the corners to make it a circle. When your sweeper brings them around, you want to come up out of that hole just enough to make that corner into a kind of a circle where they just ease on into the.
Look at Phil Nichols here in the open handicap short round, and 2 different teams also coming back on the fastest team. Congratulations, Phil Nichols. That is a great feat in itself. Phil Nichols, Nikki Sajoni, and Jordan Lesh.
And they're in pretty good shape here if they can. And Jordan's got something found. Nikki's got something found.
One of my favorite things to watch is when Jordan Lesh rides across the line and sees that cow immediately. There is no backup in him. Like, it is full throttle.
1,000 miles an hour.
And don't get me wrong, he's good enough. He does back off from time to time. He understands cattle as good as anybody in the world.
Oh, he should have backed off right there.
But then as I say that, he pushes that 9 all the way across. But,
But that is Jordan, right? That's his personality. That's how he rides. It's go for broke, and it works out for him a lot of the time. Like last night in the number 9 sorting, unfortunately going to get by him today.
All right, next team out. Tanner Keith, Sonia Buckner, Dustin Johnson, a great team here. They're a little bit behind, about 17 seconds out of the lead, but again, I look for this team here to take care of business also.
Yeah, Tanner Keith, Dustin Johnson, we just watched them put together a 26-second run with Brian Buckner. Now it's time to, swap out Big Brian for, wife Sonia. But Tanner Keith, Dustin Johnson, just the same. Number 1 in the world in the 7s, number 2 in the world in the 7s. So both of them just extremely successful years, and so this is a team that can definitely threaten.
And this team here this is a gold buckle team because this entire team's already won a gold buckle this week. Am I right on that? I know
They sure have. Dustin and Sonia won the open handicap sorting together last night.
And then Tanner just won the 13, so they're looking to add more hardware. I'm assuming somebody's changing horses.
Want to make sure that we get everything right, with this much money on the line. Looks like I'm not sure what they're questioning or whatnot, but
we've got it.
Well, and they're the 5th team. So are they questioning whether they're going to change the herd or not?
They may be, but I think we set that early that it was going to be all the top 10s in the pinning would be one herd.
One herd.
All right, DJ, he saw something, had to go a little deep there, but again, get in that herd so smooth. The Charlet's right behind him. Tanner's in. They've told Sonya, hey, we could have a lead change right here, guys.
Yeah, she's got her eyes on him. Works that
here we go,
3 cow
just
out.
like that.
Tanner did such a good job of getting to the wall and then the outside eye there of that calf. Watch Tanner ride around that box. What a job.
Oh, man, that's how you finish one off.
That is beautiful.
I think they're going to be in second place by just a few seconds.
Stacy Sullivan, Shaylee DeWitt, and Ty Kaiser hanging on to that top spot.
Well, there'll be a party in Wisconsin if that team holds on to number one tonight.
Shout out to Shooters again up there. You know, we're still hanging out in your area.
Shooters is Minnesota.
But they're from the same area, Region 7, right?
And
right.
And Travis Fryhide or Steve Fryhide is in the pen right now. So.
But here's Wyckoff, Minnesota. This is Shooters guy right here.
I guess I'm gonna have to put on that on my bucket list as one of my places I want to visit.
Yeah.
I'll put that right there beside New York City that I want to visit someday. Shooters in Wyckoff,
guys like this,
Minnesota.
Guys like us, we might have more fun at Shooters.
Yeah, definitely more than New York City.
This team coming in about 15 seconds off the pace. Ross Graham, Illinois. Don't challenge him to a tennis game. You won't like how it ends up.
He's good at tennis.
He's a professional tennis player.
I did not know that.
Pro. He's a tennis pro. He gives lessons and coaches some.
Coaches at Northern Illinois.
Hey, they got 3 out quick.
Boy,
Mark, get behind you, Cal.
He could coach team pen and look at this run.
There you go, Mark. Put it together.
Come
All
on,
right,
Marky
Steve,
Mark.
wrap them up. Steve's got old Baldy wrapped up, and here we go.
Look at Steve right across the top of your screen. Sweeps those
There
cows.
we go.
Great job.
So 36-14. I don't think they're going to
Give them
win.
about a 129. I'm thinking they're going to be in third.
Great run, nonetheless. Ross Graham, Steve Freiheit, Mark Braunschmidt. Now, this is going to be a run that's going to be awfully interesting to watch. Now, Patrick, earlier when you were transitioning from riding to coming up to the booth, Callie Brookshire ended up second in the senior youth by 0.1 hundredths of a second. And now here she comes to the line with Wes Appenzeller, Nick Borgia. You know that she is coming for bear right here.
You know, as much as Callie has won this year, and to take not one single thing away from her, this is not the finals she really wanted to have. She like you said, she's been 100th out, a 10th out on seem like in several different classes that she really, you could tell she really wanted to be at the top of. She's been just one step out, and she'd like to step up here and winning the open pinning would kind of put a little ease on that.
She's been a role model for so many of these younger girls, though. They watch her ride, and I don't know whether she knows that or not. But she's a well-spoken, well-mannered young lady that's very, very intelligent. And I think if I'm a parent, my girl's growing up in this, that I want them to be looking at her. I mean,
all right, put them together. Oh,
and it has been a tough. It's been a tough finals for her.
Yeah, and Nick's gonna be frustrated with himself right there. Kind of, they thought they were headed back. They started that one off quick.
Okay, now,
Callie Brookshire.
earlier we had Ross and Steve and Mark. Now we're going to go to Ross, Travis, and Mark. And now these guys are only 3 seconds off of that number one team. So, they put a decent run together here. They could really put some heat on that last team.
We had talked a little bit earlier about boxes, like how people ride in boxes. And this is another team, Ross and Mark, I believe, right, that were boxing in this class. Tell us a little bit about what a box is.
Well, basically most of the time you'll travel together, but you don't always have to travel together. It's just when you show up, you know that the 4 of you are going to make, or the 5 of you are going to make as many teams as possible out of that 5 because you rode together a lot, and it makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Freiheit, 2 opportunities right now to win this thing, coming back in the second and first fastest teams, and he's going to start this run off.
And we might mention they knew down to the last 2 numbers. Travis on his next run, they'll know what their number is going to be.
Yeah.
All right, they got 2 out
study
quick.
that herd as they come to the line. Travis back in there. Travis Freiheit, Mark Braunschmidt have a lot of success together.
Did you see him back off and wait, and that calf waited with him? Nice job, Travis.
Well, we might be looking at a leaderboard change right here, guys.
Get him around, step up, Mark. All right, I believe we will.
There we go.
And they did enough to win. I mean, they're at least to go to the lead, I think. But that was such an impressive move to me. Travis come around there and recognized that he needed to wait. And when he stopped, it was almost like that calf was locked on him. And that calf stopped, and those 2 trash cows rolled out away from him. And it was all nothing but daylight all the way to the pen.
You're looking for a window there. a window will present itself where you can push that cow through it. All right, this team,
top spot.
this last team, Phil Nichols, James Greer, Travis Fryheit, and as much as I wish the last team luck, I can't help but wish Phil Nichols good luck on this. Love to see a one rider play with the big boys and have success.
And the last team was a 14 team. This is also a 14 team, so they're going to have a pretty substantial handicap here.
Yeah, they basically need to beat a 40. If they can beat a 40, they're going to win them a world champion.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, and with the talent of Travis Fryheit and James Greer and Phil Nichols,
this team is going to know their number.
How'd you like to be Phil Nichols right now when you got two of the best, right? I mean, you're a one rider.
I tell you what, and I don't know this, but I can almost bet you they've told Phil to stay on the line and stay moving. When those cattle look to the line, that they want to see Phil be out there moving where those cattle can see him and don't come at them. James,
got
first
this
one
rolled out real quick, and then Travis is in the herd.
See Phil stepping up there. James yelling him step up. Good cut there. Guys, they're looking good right here if they can get this last cow
this
out.
Could be a championship run in the making. Our last team of the open
Step to him,
handicap
James.
could be capping
Did he get
this
him clean?
thing off.
He got him. Here we go. Go with him, Phil. Go with him, Phil.
Boy, James Greer.
Wait.
Travis Fryheit.
Get in there, Phil, and raise your
Travis
hand.
Nichols.
Great job.
And there it is. There's a world championship.
Travis Fryheit, James Greer, Phil Nichols.
Well, that was super interesting to watch.
It was, and those guys are going to take home the better part of $8,300. I think it's $8,256 and change. If they don't, they're liable to get a fast go check too. So pretty good payday there for 4 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and how about Travis Fryheit being first and second in the toughest class in the world?
Yeah, he's going to win about $5,000 of his own money because they're going to split about $15,000 those first 2 teams. So his cut of that will be about $5,000. Pretty good day.
That's a very good day. We're going to go down to the floor with Cody.
Ladies and gentlemen, and here's your open handicap world champions, Phil Nichols, James Greer, and Travis Fryheit. Phil, we talked about it up in the booth. Here you are in the open handicap. You've been riding good all year long, and I mean, this is a big one right here for you. Riding with 2 of the greatest team pinners in the world. Now you're a world champion in the open handicap.
It's always an honor to ride with the best in the world.
Well, I'm telling you what, you held that line. You worked those cattle exactly like you needed to. You did a fantastic job, my man. Congratulations. As we move things on over right here, James Greer, one of the most decorated team pinners in the history of team pinning. You come here to Amarillo, Southern California has got to be partying right now. I promise you that. Big shout out to the Greer family back home. James, that was a great run. You guys were coming in number 1. You knew the cattle that you were getting ready to cut in on, and I'm telling you, rolled them right off the top in a quick hurry and a fantastic way to finish.
Well, I'll tell you what, the whole way there I was thinking I got to win this because I got to thank my wife at home. 700 head of cattle and 3 kids, and she's putting on a show this weekend. So thank you, Remy, for everything, mother-in-law. And team pinning's awesome, and we did it.
Congratulations, my man. That was a fantastic job. Travis, 2 nights in a row here with the gold buckle and 2 big ones now. The play with the pros, the open handicap. Talk about a statement. You're coming in 1 and 2 different opportunities to be your number 1 man. A fantastic run here with James. And Phil, what does an open handicap world title mean to you?
Oh, it's pretty awesome. I sure would have loved to win it with my box, but I won't hold up a bit. Don't matter who the hell I'm riding with.
That's exactly right. I'm telling you, you got another gold buckle on his belt, one of the top riders in the world in Travis Fryheit, James Greer, and a world champion in Phil Nichols. Ladies and gentlemen, your open handicap.
Congratulations to our winners of the open handicap. we are going to move now to the highest paying, well, not necessarily because Play with the Pros is the highest paying, but the highest paying regular season class, which is the number 7 class. It's going to pay out $43,000.
Yeah, and, we talked about in that open, some of those guys were 30 seconds back and 20 seconds back. This top 10 of the 7 class, the difference in first and 10th place is 10 seconds. So this top 10 is literally anybody's game coming back into it.
Yeah. If you're just new to team penning and you've never seen this before, being what they call a 7 class means that the ratings of all 3 riders can't add up to more than 7. So you won't see anything more than a 5. I don't even think there's a 5 on there.
No, probably a 4 would be as high as you would see, and they'd be riding with a 1 and a 2.
Yep.
This is one of our lower rated classes for our not necessarily beginners, but the ones who have just started going a lot. And our rating system is the top riders are 7s, the bottom riders are 1s. So you can tell this is the ones who are just beginning and just getting started. But still, like I said, 10 seconds in the top 10, very competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to see some youth. We're going to see some older riders. We're going to see everything from the beginning to the end in this 7 class, and it should be pretty exciting.
Colton Appenzeller, he was our High Point 5 rider. He's in this class. So
there is a 5.
There is a 5. Colton is in this class.
Yep.
So
with his mom, Susan.
Yep. So going to be a lot of good action. Like I said, this one will be. We started out with 195 teams. We cut it to 59. Then down to 20, and now we're down to 10. And as Brant said, a little over $43,000 in cash going out to the winners, as well as some great prizes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to go back down to the arena floor right now for Skip Ransom. He's going to bring us into our number 7 class.
It doesn't get any better. Your 10th place team in the world. He's a world champion too. Phil Nichols, Nikki Sajoni, Jordan Lesh. Your 9th place team, Callie Brookshire, Wes Appenzeller, Nick Borsha. He finished 8th in the world. He is a Hall of Famer. Jared Lesh, Louis Sajoni, Jordan Lesh. Your 7th best team in the world in the open handicap penning, James Greer, Louis Sajoni, Kathy Mitchell. Your 6th place team in the world in the open handicap penning is going to be none other than Tanner Keith, Brian Buckner, Dustin Johnson. Your number 5 team in the world, Tanner Keith, Sonia Buckner, Dustin Johnson. Your top 4. Your 4th best team in the world, Ross Graham, Steve Freiheit, Mark Bromschmidt. In 3rd place in the world, Stacy Sullivan, Shaylee DeWitt, and Ty Kaiser. 2nd place, Travis Freiheit, Ross Graham, Mark Bromschmidt, your reserve world champions. And, of course, it goes without saying, Phil Nichols, James Greer, Travis Freiheit, the winners of your Open Handicap World Championship.
Well, we're back here in the booth right now. Cody Wood, Patrick Bray. We just crowned our champion in the Open Division, and that was quite exhilarating to watch.
Yeah, that was a good one. Like you said, Phil Nichols. I mean, what just a great story. Phil Nichols, an opportunity to win one of the most coveted buckles in all of team penning.
And that's just proof. You talk to a lot of the novice riders who say, well, I don't want to get in the Open because I don't want to get in those Open riders' way. That's the reason the handicap system is there. It rewards those Open riders for riding with the lower rated, and it works. The system works, and that's I would encourage anybody if you're scared of getting in the Open, put your name on the list. That's the way it works, and that's the way it's designed to work. That is a three pick, 3 draw system. For every team that you pick, you draw one. So those open riders, even though they pick 3 of their own teams, their name is out there 3 times for that draw.
Well, here, folks, we're getting ready to get started with our number 7 now. So we've crowned 3 world championship teams. We started things off with the 13, then our senior youth, then our open. Now it is time for our number 7 class. I'm going to start off with Nicole Pish, Brooke Mitchell, and Tanner Chapelier. Brooke and Tanner just won gold buckles together in the senior youth.
Yeah, and this is a very strong team here. And as we said, they're coming in 10th place, but they're only 10 seconds off of that lead. So they jump out there and run a 25, then this whole game changes.
And my what for the finals is that Nicole Pitch has not won a gold buckle yet. I mean, she won the 3, but I thought for sure, as good as she came into this finals, that she was going to come in here and clean up. Now her mom Mickey has been doing great, but we just haven't seen Nicole do what she does best yet. But now she has an opportunity.
Well, that's I go back to my old saying: when you think you got it all figured out, go team pinning.
Yeah.
And it will tell you real quick that it can change in a heartbeat. But this should be. I'm looking forward to this. This should be a very competitive top 10 here. We got some stories as we. Here we go. We're ready to start now.
Yeah, I'm looking for big thanks from Nicole Pish right here. Like you said, I mean, following her all year long. She always seemed to be standing there at the top when all was said and done every single weekend, not just once or twice. So
she's only got one opportunity. This is her only ride in the top 10. So if the number 3 champion of the world is going to do something, boy, now's the time. And like you said earlier, she's only 10 seconds off the lead. It's not unattainable.
Looks like she's got
she
one
found
on.
that red cow awfully quick.
And I promise you, Tanner's looking. He's already looking.
You know, Brooke Mitchell has been awfully impressive as well. You know, I mean, when you got the likes of Tanner Chapelier, Peyton and Hunter Bresmakevitz, having such great weeks. Brooke has just
Here
done
we
a
go.
great job. Look at this. We talked about having a great run early on.
Come on, Nicole.
Bring him to the house.
Got it.
Good
35
job.
and 57.
35.
That's a good run. Is it enough though? I mean, when you're looking down here, you're going to have to go against the Peyton Hayes and Peyton Brimmakevitz. I just messed it up. I haven't messed it up all week.
I think we might have worn off on you.
I know. See what happens?
Yeah.
My mom always said, "Be careful who you hang out with."
Yeah.
I haven't messed it up because I haven't tried it.
Yeah, chicken.
All right, this next team, Will McKee, Anna Braun-Schmidt, Steve Freiheit. Success story here. Anna broke a leg about 6 months ago.
Yeah, broke it bad too.
Yeah. We were in Nebraska. She was in the arena in a wheelchair supporting everybody. But last night she got on a horse for the first time and decided that today was a go.
Just jump right into the fire.
Yep.
There you
and
go.
now here she is. She finds herself in the top 10 of the number 7. Couldn't be happier for her. She's just a fantastic person, extremely nice lady. And, here's Steve Freiheit going to get things going, working that corner, finds the...
And I believe she's riding Pac-Man, isn't she?
I believe so. Yeah, that is Pac-Man. We just had an interview earlier with son Carter Braun-Schmidt, the youngest team pinner here this week.
And he's having a big time.
He is having a blast.
He is having a blast, which is great to see. Start working at this sport at a young age, give him the chance to be the next Tanner Chapelier, if you will.
40 seconds. We got 2 out. Look at Steve Freiheit. Get up there, Steve. No, that's not Steve. I'm sorry.
There we go. Will McKee.
That was Will.
Anna Braun-Schmidt, Steve Freiheit.
Gotta hurry.
And to cap it off, a
54-43,
a 54-43.
We talked about this. This class is paying $43,000. If you made this top 10, you will get a check. It's going to pay. The winner's going to win a little over $8,000, but it's going to pay $1,600 just for 10th.
Yeah. Well, it's a good payday, but nobody wants to be the 10th. They're grateful that they're the 10th, but they're not wanting to be that 10th.
This is a team to watch out for. They were your round winners in round 1. We're in that 24-second range. And Colton Appenzeller, the number 1 in the world in the 5s. His mother, Susan, a great rider. And this Allison Felt, Bozeman, Montana, extremely athletic, up-and-coming rider. fairly new to this sport and making her presence known. I'm looking for big things from this team right here.
Right on top, I see a Baldy from here, and he had a black one, so Allison's going to know exactly where it's at. Yep, I knew she would.
Nice
she saw it when I did.
From Colton now. She's got him.
Knock that 7 off. Okay. Colton, find the third one. That's your job. Stay with it, Allison. Stay with it, Allison.
Like I said, Allison Felt, Bozeman, Montana, fairly new to the sport, but had a ton of success up in Helena, Montana. Carried that on over to the Region 5-6 finals. Still got a chance to get in the mix right here. Come on, Colton turns him back. Now we're headed to the pin.
And Nicole Pitch has got to be thinking, oh, my goodness, this is going to be one of the tougher teams.
I don't. Somebody's going to have to tell Colton, there's a spot on top of that head where there's not any hair.
He rode so fast his hair fell off.
I don't know. Colton's a good friend. I love him, but you got to kid him every now and then.
Yep.
Oh, he gives enough kidding. He can take a little bit back.
That's for sure. But a 52-36, not the time that they were hoping for, but a great team and a great season for Colton Appenzeller specifically, winning the number 5, and you know, but we're going to keep things rolling down the line. Here is a great chance. I love watching, and maybe because we're all dads here, but Phil Shelton, Avery Shelton, father, daughter, what a great opportunity to jump up here and hopefully win a gold buckle as a family with Sharon Kebker. You know, and Sharon, a great rider, very aggressive.
Yeah, comes from the East Coast.
If I had to pick a word to describe Avery, it would probably be fearless.
Yes, absolutely. And I'd say competitive too. I mean, she looked good in that youth, but you could tell she was out to win.
Yeah, over the last year, she has really evolved into a great young rider.
Right. Now they've
she
got
will
Cadillac
definitely come a whipping and a spurring when she needs to.
Sharon, they had 2 there together. Sharon, I think, is going to get that second one. Oh.
Come on, Sharon, get across there.
Boy, those two are just kind of stuck together.
There we go. Now we got the red cow cleared. You know, right here in these championship rounds, sometimes you look back and it's like, you know that one of these teams is going to jump out and push that 30-second mark. It's just who's it going to be?
And
come on, Avery. There you go, young lady. Got it.
Good job. Ooh.
And now you're starting to see the draft almost working opposite, right? The higher you were, the earlier you were on this herd, it almost looks like the better they were.
It is, and you know that's a gamble. That's a gamble that you take, but if you play the odds and if you do this long enough, if you've got the chance to go 10th and know your number and know what you've got to do, you take it. And if somebody has a good draw up above you, you know that's just luck of the draw. And these two or three teams here at the bottom, they'll be very competitive.
Yeah, we don't want to get the cart ahead of the horse here for Nicole, Brooke, and Tanner. But here's Noah Sedrell, Angelo Sargent, and Sarah Sedrell. This will be a tough team.
Yeah, Team Florida right here. Sarah Sedrell going to jump in and cut the herd. Great rider herself. The Sedrell family had one heck of an elite finals in Fort Worth back in May. And another chance for us to have a father-daughter world champion.
You know, but Sarah had to go very, very deep for that cow, and that's just hard to, you know, as the seconds tick off that clock, the dollars go out the door.
No one does a nice job there getting on that side.
A year ago had a knee replacement and has just continued to get better and better. I feel like this is the best I've seen him ride in the last few months. So feeling good and enjoying this, riding with his daughter, no doubt.
Come on, Angelo Sargent. Let's get them cows cleaned up. Put them in there. That's the halfway mark right now. We'll move on to Team 6. Wally Hayes, Morgan Traylor, and Tanner Chapelier. Here's our world champion cowboy.
Yeah, Tanner Chapelier with a chance to make the hat trick. I mean, it would not surprise me. I mean, it's something that you really got to watch over the course of the year. The young man had the opportunity to go from a 1 to a 2. It just kind of shows you what his peers thought of him as a rider, not just as a strong youth, but as a rider overall. And now here he is cutting this herd in the championship round of the 7.
I'd be interested to see the names of the youth riders that have pulled hat tricks like this, that have had 3, if he can win it, and that have won 3 world championships in one night.
That list has got to be fairly small. If
I would think so. You got to think the Lesh boys are on there.
Yeah, I would imagine
probably the
Lesh
Underwoods
brothers are on there. The Underwoods, maybe a Callie Brooks.
Wally Hayes, a great recovery there.
Yeah, great job, Wally.
I think we have a lead change.
I do too. I think they did it.
We could have a hat trick.
137.
Oh, yeah.
And how about Wally Hayes, a great veteran of the sport, jumping out here and really having a great run right here with some young, great riders.
Now we go to fourth place team coming into this. They're Ryan Bernholz, Sharon Kubker, and Tara Schaefer.
4 seconds behind the leader. The last team was 5 seconds behind the leader. So they need to run a 34, let's just say, just to be safe. They need to run a 34-second run to go to the lead.
Yeah,
Ryan Bernholz's been riding really good, all finals long. Last couple finals, he seems to do really well during the week. It's time for Ryan to cap one off and win a gold buckle.
I'd like to see Ryan win one too.
I would have loved to have seen him win one in that 13, but no, we did. We came from 9th and moved up to 3rd, and that's what we discussed before we went in. If we could get to that top 4 or 5, we would be happy, and we were very happy with that.
All right, now we got him cleared.
Sharon Kipker in the herd right now. Ooh, Sharon. She backed off, but just barely in time. The closer you are to that cow, the more you're influencing it. And when you're that tight to them.
Oh, no. That was close. That was so close.
They were working their tails off right there. Got them cleared finally, but that red cow's going to linger across the line.
And that calf was just locked on. I don't think it was trying to get to this end. I think it was just kind of hooked up with that other calf.
All right, we're down to our last 3 teams. Now, this team comes in. They're only coming in 2.5 seconds off the lead. Philip Shelton, Emily Tamani, and Bobby Savage from Mississippi. Like I said, this team here, they'll be Philip Shelton. He'll have them lined out, and this team could do something. We haven't mentioned it, but we look down here at the bottom. The name I can't say, and Cheyenne Ashmore, we've got
Peyton and Hunter.
Little group at the bottom.
Brisbane-Kevitz are both in this championship round, and teams 1 and 2 coming, or 9 and 10. They're the fastest 2 teams.
Oh man, tough luck right there.
That was a tough break, because what are you going to do in that situation? That calf was already committed. Its eye was on the other side of that cow. I mean, no matter what you do there,
yeah, that was a tough situation to be in. Looking to be a no time, though, for Emily, Bobby, and Phil.
All right. Now this next team comes in 2 seconds off the lead. Cheyenne Ashmore, Anna Braun-Schmidt, and Hunter B.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let's coach him through this. You can say Brisma. Kevitz.
Kevitz.
You got it.
Yeah, boy, that just rolled right off the tongue.
Yeah,
look at that.
Brisma Kevitz.
Look at him now. He's a pro.
How about Cheyenne Ashburn, though? Just pulled into the parking lot this morning, and now she's found herself sitting 1 and 2 in the top 10 here in the number 7.
When we first moved to Texas and we started pinning in Henderson, Texas, at the East Texas team pinning, Cheyenne was a member there and got to ride with her a lot there. That's been 7, 8, 9 years ago. All right, Hunter, he's got that second one found. They're looking pretty good right now.
They are looking pretty good.
They've got to have a.
We were talking about before you came to the booth, Patrick Hunter, talking about how his sister likes to ride very technically sound. He likes to just be a cowboy and ride, and gonna get by him right
That's
there.
Some bad luck right there.
And him and his sister are tied. Well, I think, does she have 2 or 1? Peyton, his sister.
Buckles?
Yeah.
Just the one in the play of the pros, though. She's got the big check, though, so I guess it depends on what you value, the big money or the gold buckle.
But it's possible now that she's going to have one more gold buckle than her brother is, and the high money winner. Yeah. He said they're pretty competitive against each other. Like he said, we get along, we love each other, but we are paying attention to who does better.
Yeah, well, we had a track race in the arena here earlier for the youth, and that competitiveness together was shown very clearly in that race as well.
All right, Peyton Hayes,
Briz
McKevich, and Cheyenne Ashmore. They need a 41 to take home a gold buckle.
Miracles do happen here at the World Finals. Patrick Bray was able to save Briz McKevich.
And Peyton Hayes got that first one out very fast.
USTPA weekly, Tuesday nights. It's great to be with you guys every Tuesday, and it took us all year, but you got there. Come on.
Oh no. Oh.
Whoa, man.
Tough break there. Well, we have our champion, but how about Nicole Pitts, Brooke Mitchell, Tanner Chapelier came from 10th to finish up reserve world champions.
Yes.
Pretty good jump there.
How about Tanner Chapelier going to do the hat trick?
Yeah.
Wow.
3 world titles in one night. And, we had Dustin Johnson on here last night to talk about Tanner Chapelier when he won his first world title last night. And he had nothing but good to say about his work ethic and his dedication. He said his mom, his dad, his grandma is driving him to the barn every single day. And he said he'll stay there till they make him leave.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Jerry Reed said, when you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah.
He is having a great finals, and he's having a well-deserved finals because, as you said, he's put in the work, he's put in the time, and it's a well-deserved weekend.
That kid right there is making history. He can't even make his own dinner.
We worked our way down to 1. We're just about halfway, a little over halfway through our championship Friday night. And this young man right here has completed the hat trick. 3 gold buckles here tonight already for Tanner Chapelier. Now, if you're talking about any sport, the dedication that it takes to get to the very top, Tanner Chapelier has just been that true example all year long. And there's no surprise. I just said it again. We're here again for the 3rd time. Tanner, we were talking about it up in the booth. I don't know very many riders, especially youth riders, that have had a hat trick like this on a night. So I think you have probably put your name up with some very big company when you're talking about the best team pinners in the world. 3 gold buckles, 3 fantastic teams. What does a great evening like this mean to you?
It means a lot. I couldn't do it without Dustin Johnson, Tanner, Keith, and Carrie.
Very good, my man. Well, like I said, this is an extremely special spot in the sport of team pinning, folks. 3 gold buckles in one evening. You don't see that every day, that is for sure. Morgan, here in the number 7, you got a great teammate in Wally. Tanner, you've been working like crazy all week in more ways than just team pinning. So I'm thrilled for you guys to find yourself here in the championship ring. Well, now you got yourself a gold buckle.
Thank you. I just want to thank my partners. I ended up with a great draw, and I just feel blessed to be here.
Just right. What a great chance here, too, with a draw team like that. Congratulations once again, folks. With one of the great riders here in the USTPA, Wally, you've been here before, but now you're back. 2022, number 7, world champion with Tanner. Morgan, how did that last run go for you? You made an exceptional move right down here to keep that run in line and pulled it all together. Great job, my man.
Give a shout out to my grandkids first. Get well, Anna, quick, and River. I've got your new buckle, and I love these partners. And this was their draw team, and we did great. I appreciate it.
Well, congratulations, team Wally Hayes, Morgan Trailer, and your 3-time world champion tonight, Tanner Chapelier.
Three world titles for Tanner Chapelier. An exciting night for this young man who does not show very much emotion, kind of like his mentor.
Kind of like his mentor, and it's
Well,
amazing.
Cody, I don't know,
You
but that
see
was
a
a
lot of
strong team
similarities
right
in the
there
way
that
he
won the
rides.
world
I
title
tell you
at
what,
number
one of the
7.
things, and
They
not
did
only
not
Tanner,
pick
but
each
several
other
of
to
these
win,
kids, these
and they
younger
came
kids,
out-
it's amazing to me. You see them; they're not just riding one horse all the time. They switch horses, they ride different horses, and I can tell you, that takes ability, that takes patience, that takes work, as we talked about, and it's just great to see these kids, getting the reward that they deserve.
So it's time for the play with the pros. Now this is round number 1, right?
This is round number 1. Is this play with the pros or ride with the kids? This is ride with the youth. First go.
Okay. Yep. I see what you're
Ride
saying.
with the youth, and this
Yep.
is the one we talked about where the youth teams were auctioned off to different people who could ride with them in raising money. There will be some payback on it, but most of the money went to the youth fund, and we may just be going off the teleprompter on this one.
Yeah.
They didn't get me any information.
We'll go down to
before we
the
go to
the
break
house
here-
right now, and let Skip Ransom bring in our top 3 competitors.
Allison Felt, you have come down to Texas and made a statement, young lady. Colton Appenzeller, Susan Appenzeller, the Montana Mauler, Allison Felt. Your reserve world champions in the number 7, Nicole Pitch, Brooke Mitchell, Tanner Chapelier. Well, guess what? I'm going to say it again. Your world champion, Tanner Chapelier, Morgan Trader, Wally Hayes. All right, folks, as we get cows coming into the arena, here's some things I want to mention. As soon as you know your results, okay, if you know that you end up in the top 10 after your final round, this is a general statement, does not go for this round. Please make your way over to the trailer. Brittany and Haley will take care of your awards. Renelle Cadina's over there as well, taking pictures and organizing some things. So that is where you're going to head. This is the Ride with the Youth. I do believe that's where we're headed now. The Ride with the Youth is where we're headed. And in the Ride with the Youth, here's how this works. It's a 60-second clock. Anybody can start the ride. 60-second clock. Anybody can start the ride.
Well, Patrick, a great new addition here to the World Finals. The Play with the Pros, folks, is something we've done for the last few years. Give us an opportunity to raise money and give folks the opportunity to bid to ride with a pro rider. Well, we changed things up a little bit right here. Did a Play with the Youth. So these guys had the chance to really go out there, bid, and bring some big money to our youth in the USYTPA.
Yeah. Jordan Lesh bought this team. Looks like he's riding with Peyton Hayes and...
All right, team.
Peyton Hayes, and I believe
this is
that
the Ride
is,
with the Youth right here.
Mason Frost.
This was a fundraising event
Oh, no,
for
Jaden
the
Rondi.
youth, and it is going to be
Jaden Rondi making the trip north to come ride just for this class.
And we will run this a full goal here and then bring back the top.
I believe we're coming back with the top 5.
Yep.
Coming back with the top 5. And here we go.
Yep.
And then one of the great aspects about this class right now, too, folks, so you got 2 youth riders riding with a lot of time a pro in a lot of cases. And so a great chance to ride with Jordan Lesh and learn from the best.
All right. We got it 3 out quick, and we're headed to the pen.
Yeah, we're going to start this thing off.
Good
Nice
move,
pick
Peyton
up,
Hayes.
Peyton Hayes.
Jaden Roundy's a pretty standout football player as well.
That is what I've heard. Love to see it. Now he's putting together a great run of 35-63.
35-63. I'm going to say that's going to be real close to making that top 5.
Yeah, so top 5 coming back, Brant, out of 16 here. We raised over $38,000 just in this class alone on Tuesday night to go be carried down to our youth. So if you're out there and you're in youth equestrian sports, take a look at the USTPA and the opportunity to win great gold buckles. You're seeing it with Tanner Chapelier, but also some great scholarships and things that can carry you on into your collegiate career in a big way.
Yeah, this next team is Heath Hendricks, Piper Jones, and they were purchased by Brian Buckner.
You know, Heath Hendricks, you know, is one of those guys that rides big. You know, you tend to forget that he's a youth rider still. You know, and so this is a team that could really compete here with inside this class.
Yeah, this might be one of the dark horse picks.
Yeah, you know, last night when we were picking our teams, you know, in the Play with the Pros of sorting, I mean, this one right here definitely stands out when you look down the page. Look at this. Piper Jones and Heath going to follow suit.
Yeah, they got them both.
Look at the youth riders doing work. Brian's going to plug the hole. Go ahead, team. Great job, Heath Hendricks, Piper Jones, and Brian Buckner.
Yeah, that's a great run.
It is. My 35 I was bragging on may not be safe.
31.90. But when you look at the teams, I think this might be my pick right now, especially after the way that the last few top 10s have played out. Callie Brookshire, Chase Hunter, Wes Appenzeller.
Yeah, this is definitely a good pick.
You know, Chase has really rode well all week long. You know, he seems to be in a few different top 10s.
And Callie's going to come out of this slump here in about 3 seconds because she's going to figure this out. She is not going to let this get her down.
Oh,
yeah, and
Wes.
she has the baldy real quick. Wes working with the Charlet in the corner, and Callie Brookshire's back in the herd, and she's already got him.
Here we go.
Out. Chase pulls it back. Look at this. Yep, this could be a run to get them in the top 5 in a big way.
Oh, nice job. Rides around the end of that wing there. Catches them cows early.
29.45, so they're going to go to the number 1 spot here in the round. Callie Brookshire, Chase Hunter, and Wes Appenzeller. Callie Brookshire, number 1 in the world in the 6s. Wes, number 2 in the world in the 6s.
If we keep this pace up, we're going to be at 10 seconds here in about 4 more teams. We just keep getting faster.
Faster and faster. And look who comes through the door now. Hunter Brismakevitz, Willow Hall, Cody Ward.
I think I'm going to pick this one. I think this is going to be my pick right here. I mean, there's some really good picks in there, but
you know, you really can't go wrong with Cody Ward.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's due. We haven't seen a lot from him at this finals, you know, and he hasn't. And in his defense, he hasn't rode a lot. I mean, he's in college. I mean, he's trying to get his degree.
Yeah, sophomore at the University of Colorado, getting a finance major. And now here we go.
Yeah, I'm talking to him. He takes his schoolwork a little more serious than I did mine.
Yeah, just a great rider, though. We've talked about it a few different times this week. He's won some big events, big money events.
That's
just
really
up at the Canadian finals.
This is going to really wreck my pick with that 4 that doesn't want to leave. There they go. Now they can put him. Hunter went into that right side.
Here comes Willow.
Yeah, Willow Hall, number 2 in the world in the ends, showing you why she's at the top of the standings.
Come on, Cody.
Great job.
You know, that's a 36.92, and they worked really, really hard for that run. That run could have been a lot quicker.
They sure did.
If that first 4 would have gave up a little.
Mm-hmm.
You know, folks, there's a lot of great clinics around the country right now here in the sports of team pinning and ranch sorting, whether it's Louis Ajoni, Travis Kaiser, Tanner Keith. Cody Ward does a fantastic job of teaching these new riders. You know, so a great trainer, up-and-comer, and Cody Ward. Charisma Lindsay, Mason Frost, and Tanner Keith.
This is a good team, too. I mean, Taylor Keith's on a hot streak.
You know, just a great chance. You can't talk about it enough. Tuesday night we raised about $160,000. And, folks, a good portion of that money goes back to our youth and the USYTPA for scholarships and things of the like. And, this class here embodies what we were trying to accomplish there. And so here they come. We got 2 of them in a quick hurry.
Patrick,
and now you got the number 1 rider in the world back in the herd.
That 10-second run you're talking about might be real here.
Yeah, now.
Oh. A big old floppy-eared one didn't like that, did he?
But when you got Tanner Keith lining things out, he's going to pick him up and save him quickly. Bramer cow not wanting to work with him.
Boy, that could have been really fast.
Yeah.
Tough luck for those guys. Tanner used a little different approach there. He sent the kids in first where he could control things a little more, and it almost worked.
Yeah. And good for him. That's what this whole deal is about, the youth, and he just made that about the youth. That was a cool gesture right there from Tanner
and just
Keith.
a cool moment, and they learned a lot right there in that run, right in with Tanner at this big stage. Talk about the experience. I mean, Tanner Chapelier is benefiting from that, not only just riding with Tanner, but Tanner Chapelier has been in some big stages, and, so it's carried over here tonight.
And you get
Deason,
better by making mistakes.
That's true. Very true. Caden Deason, Tucker Field, and Dustin Johnson, our next team to go.
Yeah, speaking of, my team is Team 13.
Yeah, Team 13 is one to look out for as we work our way down. Dustin Johnson working right here, though, with Caden Deason, Tucker Field.
Good. Dustin in and out there. Here we go.
It really is interesting to watch these pro riders riding with the youth, though. Watching them communicate out there, even just in their mannerisms and their riding, and like you said, Patrick, where they're positioning themselves with not just the cow that they're working on, but the whole herd. A lot to learn here watching this play with the pros youth.
That time was a 40.62. I got to tell you, this is being very competitive. What our slowest time's a 45, the fastest a 29.
Yeah, not a single no time in the herd yet. Ray Achetto, 2-time world champion already this week. Braden Greer, we just watched Dad James jump out and win the open handicap, and now Kurt Robson from Canada, our next team to go.
When we say world champions, there's 2 types of world champions in this sport, right?
You're right, yep. So, essentially this week, we're crowning our team world champions throughout the week, and, you've heard us mention it multiple times. You're High Point world champions and throughout the season.
Yeah, and shout out to Remy at home watching. I know she's watching because she's already been texting me, so I know she's watching this from there in California.
Yeah, without question, and here comes young Braden in the herd. No hesitation right there. He knew it was his turn.
He's on his cow. Look at
great job, Braden.
Good job, Braden. Stay
Picks
with
him
him.
up.
Great job. Oh,
Chuck couldn't get there.
we're going to blame that one on Kurt.
Yeah, tough luck. Braden, Ray, Kurt.
But look at that.
Calm down.
That buckskin horse is made of solid gold, isn't he? I mean, his legs, I guess they are below the saddle pad. But that horse just works for him, and he's not wringing his tail. He's not pinning his ears. He's just packing his man around.
Yep. They do a great job out there. JR Productions. Eduardo Andreas Lil, Callie Sajoni, Louis Sajoni. Boy, talk about another team that pops off the charts.
This could be a good team here, too.
Eduardo has been really hot all week long. Boy, Louis saw him right off the bat, didn't he?
Oh. And now a similar situation to what we saw with Cody Ward where that calf takes Louis' attention. Like he kept Louis on that side of the pen. But Louis made it back there pretty quick.
Yeah, you can tell Louis wanting to win. Now here comes Louis Sajoni, Callie Sajoni. Come on, Eduardo. Look at that. 30.94, a 30.94 for Eduardo Callie.
Is there a handicap on that team?
I think they might be going off the judges' clock. I think they're going off the judges' clock right there. You know, I wondered that, actually. I kind of questioned it a little bit, that I felt like they were already in the herd, and so I think that's exactly what they did. They're going off of Clay's official stopwatch.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to change the kettle out and put us a fresh set in for the second half of our Ride with the Youth class.
So I believe our in-house announcer, Skip Ransom, just announced that Eduardo Andreas Lil and Callie Sajoni, Louis Sajoni, just went to the number one spot by about a half a second margin, 29 and change. Well, and we're going to move in and bring in our next herd of cattle. What a great set right there, though. 8 teams, and only one of them went down with a no time. And, they were awfully close to being real fast themselves. So no shame right there in a no time. But just, the youth of our sport, we can't talk about it enough. I feel like the three of us on the USTPA Weekly, it's a repeating conversation, but for good reason.
How many rides does Tanner Keith have in this? He has quite a few.
We've seen him once, 2. I think he's got 2. This next team coming in, when we get the new herd in, Addison Bryan, Ashton Hayslip, and Tanner Keith.
Yeah, Tanner Keith's going to have 3 of them, actually. He's going to have 3 of them, 2 left, including this one here. Addison Bryan, Ashton Hayslip, Tanner Keith. Speaking of hat tricks, at a different level, but still a great accomplishment at Region 3-4 finals, Addison Bryan won herself a hat trick, had 3 gold buckles at the regional finals.
She's got her a 3 found right on the top. Oh,
she got no help, though.
I think Hunter was supposed to stay. Tanner was a little breakdown in communication there.
Man, tough luck clean. Right there.
Tough luck there for that team.
Yeah, they'd love to have that one back. Unfortunately, going to be a no time for Addison Bryan, Ashton Hayslip, and Tanner Keith.
Here's Peyton again. We've seen her. Piper Jones, we've seen her. But, Travis Robertson is somebody that I don't think gets enough credit. I mean, he's a little wild. He's just a tough, gritty, dirty dog, tough cowboy. But he's got his own style of how he does things, and he gets things done.
Oh, yeah, he does a great job. And I was just here to say, this team right here has got a lot of experience riding together. Here in the Play with the Pros, not always the case. Especially here in the junior Play with the Pros, the junior teams were randomly selected in a sense. They were based off of their high point standings. So first went with 10th type of thing, second went with 9. That was the strategy there. Travis Robertson finds his cow. Picks them back up.
He has a lot of faith in them girls on the line because he was putting a ton of pressure on them.
Tough luck. Peyton, Piper, and Travis. It'll be a no time.
This next team is going to be a very tough team. Sophie Evans, Clay Hunter, and Jordan Lesh.
Ooh, I bet. Yes, it is.
Yeah, Sophie Evans is, we talk about a lot of our youth, but Sophie Evans is really a great rider. One of those riders that seems like she does not ever blow up a herd, if you will. Is awfully quiet, awfully smooth. Elite Finals world champion back in Fort Worth in May.
Clay Hunter just about won the junior youth sorting with his brother. What was it, a 1,000th of a second, right?
Yeah, awfully close. It sure was. You had 2 sisters at the top, 2 brothers in second. Great to see. And Jordan Lesh going to get things rolling quickly. Sophie Evans already on her cow. Come on, Clay. Clay and Chase making the trip down from Alberta. Look at this. Look at
25-second mark.
Get them moving. Get them moving.
Look at Sophie ride that sweep. That was beautiful.
32-24. So right now we got 2 29s, a 31, a 32, and a 35. So right now I believe the cutoff is the first team out with a 35.63.
This team right here will probably challenge that. Jared Lesh, Aubrey Sajoni, and Tessa Rennie.
Boy, I tell you what, when you look at this, you want to talk about some aggressive riders. Tessa Rennie, a reserve world champion from California from last year. Clearly, Aubrey Sajoni. I mean, she is jam-packed full of dynamite. And then Jared Lesh, when he's ready to ride and ready to win, I mean, he's unstoppable. So this right here, Tessa and Aubrey and Jared, this is another team. You challenge that 29 seconds at the top of the leaderboard.
Okay, we actually have some, yes. Our cutoff is Hunter, Willow, and Cody with a 28.92.
So there must be a handicap in this class.
There must be a handicap that somebody forgot to tell us, but that's nothing unusual.
Yeah, so at the top of the leaderboard, Eduardo, Callie Sajoni, Louis Sajoni.
Jared has a double. Aubrey is in the herd. Here we go. This may be quick also.
This could be real quick.
Jared's waving his arm and screaming directions.
Come on, Tessa. There we go, finishing it off.
Mm.
31.83 with the handicap. Well, that's going to put him on the outside looking in, not going to get him inside the top 5. Unfortunate there for Jared, Tessa, and Aubrey. Well, we were talking about teams that jumped off the page. Patrick, here's the one you were mentioning a little bit ago, especially when you're talking about the hot hand here tonight. Tanner Chapelier, 3-time world champion just this evening, Jaden Rondi, and Tanner Keith.
I like this team. I think this is a tough team.
This is a really tough team. You got to remember Tanner Chapelier. He mentioned it. He does ride with Dustin Johnson an awful lot, almost about every day. But he has gotten a lot of tutelage here from Tanner Keith as well.
Jaden Rodney's parents, Jim and Rochelle, they are very good team penners. Rochelle works for Jared, and they keep this young man with a good horse. And he ain't afraid. I mean, he's in the herd right now. They got Tanner working the line for both of them.
I wonder if they might have talked about that strategy going in.
Here we go.
Well, it sure
this
worked.
Could be real fast. I mean, you mentioned it early on.
Oh, Jaden couldn't.
It was a really good team, and it was almost really fast.
It was.
Yeah, but less like in any sport, especially in ranch sorting team penning, it can turn on a dime.
I was saying it went from a T-bone to a McNugget.
Well, Brooke Mitchell right here, I believe, lives on the same road as Dustin Johnson, Avery Shelton. So, she jumped out, won herself a world title earlier tonight, and now's her chance to do it with another great instructor in Dustin Johnson.
What do you think of the cattle so far, Patrick?
They've been honest, meaning that there's not been a real runner. They've let the kids work and sort them out, and they've been pretty good. Now I say that as this 9 runs down the wall.
Boy, that horse that Avery Shelton rides is quick, isn't it? But, I mean, granted, she don't weigh 75 pounds, but if that.
Well, folks, we're down to the 2. Remember, we're bringing back our top 5 right now. The cutoff to get inside the championship round is under 30 seconds, just to show you how fast this has been.
Oh, Hunter Brismakevitz. Good night. Willow Hall and Cody Ward are the last hole in the money right now, the 28.92.
Here comes Colorado Lil Jr., Mason Frost, and Kyle Frost. Great chance right here for Kyle Frost to ride with his son. Now, Now, remember, folks, we have a handicap in this class. So this team right here is a 3-team.
Wow.
So if they could put a good run together. Go ahead. Stop them on that line.
Wow, Reedy Vick didn't raise her flag. They must not have crossed the line.
Kyle bought this team so he could ride with his son, and looks like it might pay off.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely could pay
Here we
off.
go. Get outside of them.
Mason Frost, Kyle Frost, Colorado Jr.
Geraldo turns it. Well,
And
handicap's going to come into play here. They got 12 seconds.
Believe they're going to be in second place.
Yeah, going to put him in the number 2 spot. Amazing. Colorado Lil. Mason Frost, Kyle Frost.
This next team is stacked from top to bottom. Shaylee DeWitt, Ashton Hayslip, and Travis Kaiser.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't mentioned this one coming down. We're looking at it, a lot of conversation or whatnot. When you talk about Shaylee and Ashton, they are jam-packed as well. And then you put Travis Kaiser on top of that. I mean,
Cattle held up good.
Cattle have been good.
Travis popped that 5 right out of the middle. Shaylee's having a little trouble. There, she's got him. They're going to come clean with this one as well.
oh, man.
Yeah.
Right now, a 25-45 is what it takes. We could be looking at a new team
And
inside
they're only
the
going
top
to get a 2-second
5.
handicap. They needed that 5 to go in the hole right around
They
that
sure
wing,
did.
and he didn't.
That's a really good run that's going to be just a little too long.
Going to be too long.
A 30. You realize you just said a 31.72 is going to be a little long.
I did for a fact. That was a very, very competitive class there. And looking at my schedule, folks, I think what we're going to do now.
Cody's going to go down. They're going to draft this yet.
We'll draft this top 5. After that, we're going to have the first round of our play with the pros pinning, and then we will come back and we will run this final 5 here. I think that will finish the night for us.
So we will know who the first ever, hopefully annual, ride with the youth champions are going to be.
And be sure tomorrow we come back at 8 o'clock in the morning with the 9 pinning. And then, of course, tomorrow night is our big finals with the Bull Bash and the concert and everything. So be sure to join us tomorrow. Lots more team pinning to go.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Bull Bash. But I'm more excited about the team pinning. I'm not going to lie. Those championship rounds are going to be exciting. They're going to be very similar to what we saw in the Open tonight. I think there's going to be there's going to be a lot of people that are going to. Hopefully, this place is just packed full, and that's going to just raise that level, that bar that will make tomorrow night a very special, very exciting night.
Let's go down to Cody and let him do the draft.
Folks, to continue to support our USYTPA. Great scholarships, great opportunities come from an event like this, and we're going to be able to continue to grow in every aspect here with Inside the Youth. But now, it is time, though, to crown ourselves a couple of champions in our first ever Play with the Pros youth event. As we're going to go from bottom to top, and pick our draft. All right, now the stage is set, ladies and gentlemen, when you're talking about the fastest team coming back with a 24.94. With a 24.94. Here comes your top team. Welcome, Eduardo Andreas Lil, Callie Sajoni, Louis Sajoni, They're going to be number 5. They're going to go 5. Now in the second fastest team coming back, it's another Lil. Colorado Lil, Junior, Mason Frost, Kyle Frost with a 25-25. What do you say, guys? Going to be 4. Going to go number 4. Your third fastest team with a 26-90, Heath Hendricks, Piper Jones, Brian Buckner. They're going to be your number 3 team. And your second or fourth fastest team, Sophie Evans, Clay Hunter, Jordan Lesh with a 27-24. What do you say, team? You want to start things off or be the second team out? Well, they're going to go number 1. They're going to go number 1, step up to the line, and make it happen right out the gate. That leaves Callie Brookshire, Chase Hunter, Wes Appenzeller with a 28-45. They're going to be the number 2 team when we come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. We're going to get things rolling now with round number 1 of our Play with the Pros, and then after that, we're going to crown our champion here in the Play with the Pros Youth.
As we get ready to go with the Play with the Pros, if you thought the Play with these pros was good in the sorting last night, wait till you watch it in the pinning. It's going to get a whole lot faster. These horses are going to have a whole lot more speed. These cows, you can bring them. They're going to have a whole lot more movement to them as well. I'm excited to watch the Play with the Pros inside the arena. Give us just 1 minute. We'll be right back to get down to business. I need herd holders in the pen, please. Herd holders before I can bring these cows.
Well, Patrick Bray, we are back here in the booth right now as the first team to run here in the Play with the Pros. Round number 1, Val Tammy, Ashton Vanderwerf, Fernell Cadena are getting set to go.
Our first team out in the Play with the Pros, Val Tammy, Ashton Vanderwerf, Fernell Cadena.
Val Tammy, originally from California. I'm sure he'd like to shout out to all of his former people in California, now living in Texas.
Sophie Evans.
Ashton Vanderwerf is from Michigan, Fernell Cadena.
From just outside of Houston.
As I say, she's from Texas.
South Texas, outside of Houston. Total pot in this was $53,000. 15,900 of it went to the youth. 37,000 is getting paid back to the top 2 teams.
If you guys are ready on my end. Right, they have to hit the herd first, but after that, then it's normal rules, correct? Lowest rated rider has to go to the herd first. After that, normal penning rules. Flag is up.
All right, we'll see how this first team does. Fernell Cadena going to be the first.
She's got a Charlotte. Oh, she had 2 to pick from.
Yeah, she left that.
She had all 3 to pick from.
They had 3. And these are easy
right
picks
here may be. This is looking really good right now.
Just don't blow it.
Here we go.
15 seconds. They got all 3 of them.
And I hate to throw this
get around
out there
there,
before we
Ashton. Get around there, Ashton.
Oh, I cannot be happier for that team
Here's
right
an
there.
interesting fact for you. Cheapest team sold. Cheapest team sold by almost $1,700.
Ashton Vanderwerf did not want to do this. She was a 5. They had somebody back out. And then you guys had to drag her, literally drag her onto the stage. And I was sitting next to Joel Brookshire, and I said, you watch. I said, Ashton Vanderwerf, I win this thing. And look at here. Sure enough, she's in the lead now.
And a great chance to come back for the finals round tomorrow night.
I want to pull for this team. Nikki Sajoni, Mickey Pitch.
Sonia Buckner.
And Sonia Buckner.
Nikki Sajoni, Sonia Buckner could be the very top 2 women in the world. And Mickey Pish, your 2 world champion, had a great season.
All right, they've got 2 out there. Sonia's in looking for that 3rd one. We talked about pride in the open. these open riders, they ride really, really hard for these people who stepped out there and spent money on them.
Yeah, you're right. You could tell, like, money aside, when they're standing up there and these folks are jumping out there and picking them off that stage, it means something to them.
Interesting enough, Val, Ashton, and Rennell were a 12 team coming into this. So they had a 4-second handicap, which made them a
Next team up, Sophie Evans, Jordan, and Jared. This was your team that you picked before we started.
Yeah, this is the team that I felt like you just couldn't bet against.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sophie, she made a great cut there by Sophie. Stay with it, Sophie. Stay with it.
The timing for Jared right there getting his cap, he didn't hurry through that, but he had the perfect timing when Jordan had made it over there. I mean, that guy's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh,
30 and 99. Well, we're looking at Wesley Appenzeller, Colton Appenzeller, Kip Appenzeller, father and sons.
What a great chance right here. This would be a team that I would love to see jump out. Like you said, a dad and his two boys had a chance to go out there and buy them both. Colton Appenzeller finding himself on the Play with the Pros stage for the first time.
Colton's found the third one. Let's see what we can get done here. This team, the handicap will help this team.
Now, with this herd, putting too much pressure on them isn't the problem. It's getting these calves to come out of that herd that's tough.
Looking to finish. There we go. Got it. How about that at the top of the leaderboard? Val, Tammy, Ashton Vanderwerf, Rennell, Cadena, a 21:02.
21 second run in the highest paying class of the week. Got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, they'll feel real good about it coming back for the championship round tomorrow night.
And the next closest is a 30. So, I mean, they're going to get a 9-second buffer, plus they'll get another 4-second handicap later on. So, I mean.
Here we go. Tom Jurgens, Travis Kaiser, Travis Freiheit. Apparently Tom liked the name Travis when he was picking.
Well, a couple of good ones. Like you said, we got 3 fantastic Travises here in the USTPA.
Look here, look here.
Right now. Keep it coming, Tom. There you go, guys. Great job. Boy, Travis Freiheit having a big night. Travis Robertson, great job right there. Tom Jurgens, just a great job all the way around.
There you go. They move into second.
65. Yeah, that's
in the number 2 spot.
Well, that makes me a little more nervous now for Val Ashton and Rennell, but they are still in the lead.
Well, how about Matt Lane, Louisa Joni, Cody Ward? Matt Lane was your champion in the Play with the Pros pinning last year. Took home $15,000 a year ago.
I can see Louis giving instructions before we ever get started.
The flag's been up for a minute here.
All right, your novice riders got to make the cut.
But this is a novice-friendly herd, so Matt Lane not afraid there.
Louis got the second one. Here we
Look
go.
at Louis.
This could be really fast.
This could be real
This
fast.
could be
If this Hereford calf will run.
Hold that line. Bring him in now. Great job. Cody Ward, Matt Lane, Louis Sajoni.
And they're in third.
And they're going to be in the number 3 spot. Boy, this is set up.
No, that's not true. They run at 25. It's not up there yet. Now, oh, you're right. It isn't third. Yep.
24-51.
Sorry about
Matt
that, Patrick.
Lane, Louis
You're right.
Sajoni, Cody Ward. You know, when you're talking about a couple of pro riders right there, and Louis Sajoni, Cody Ward, Matt Lane, he knew what he was doing. That's for sure.
All right, we moved to Wisconsin now. Travis Kite.
Yep, here comes a team of Badgers. And there is no question about it right here. These guys, all 3 of them ride good. Ty does a great job. Mike DeWitt in the herd. Travis picks up the Charlet along the wall. Mike DeWitt's got
go
the
13 seconds right now.
Man alive.
Come on, Ty. Get around there.
Bring him on in, Ty.
Look at this.
I told you we'd get a teenage run before we got on.
Great
What are they gonna
job,
get?
Ty Kaiser,
That
Mike
went to the
DeWitt,
lead
Travis
without the
Kaiser.
handicap.
Father, daughter, getting it done. There's your new number 1 team, 1932, fellas. Man.
That was smoking fast.
And guys, we've got 3 more teams.
Yeah, we're not done
are
yet.
Very capable of.
Yeah, look at this one right here.
Yeah,
James
Remy Greer, here's your man.
Brian
James
Buckner,
Greer.
Chase Hunter. Chase has been doing really well. We talked about it earlier. He's been in a lot of top 10s already, having a great week. James rode exceptionally well in that open handicap. And Brian, all week long, Brian Buckner, we've talked about it. He's in a little bit of pain, no doubt about it. He knows he's getting ready to go under the knife. Would love to finish things off in a big way here in the Play with the Pros.
You know,
And his spirits are up. I mean, when you elect him, he's laughing, he's joking with people.
He's as tough as they come. That is for sure.
He's a month away from back surgery. That they said to be about a 3-month recovery for him.
You know, I love this event because you get to see the open riders do what they can do. You know, they're taking chances. They're going faster than they normally would go, but you see what some of them. This showcases what some of them are really capable of.
You're definitely right, and the fact that the novice rider has to cut the herd.
Yep.
You know, just the whole dynamic of it all. Oh. Well, tough luck for Chase right there.
Good team
I was
down
really
there.
looking forward, hoping for him to have some big success right there. Chase, Clay Hunter, Shailene Hunter, that's a great family from Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this was my team coming out of the block. I didn't know they was going to have to run a 25 to make it, but this was my team. You know, as we talked about Tanner being hot, Gaetan has been hot. You know, he's already won 2 world championships.
He has. You know, we completed 2 classes on Monday, and Gaetan was in the winner's circle for both. Our master's class, our number 5 pinning, and he's having fun. You know, nobody has more fun than Gaetan Demirs, and
his daughter showed up today. Annalise here, so you know that makes him happy. Looks like he's got a 1 headed out. DJ's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
we're getting
move,
this
Tanner.
started.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Dustin Johnson, Coola's the other
don't
side of the pillar.
Open up the door for this team. Look
Here
at
we
this.
go. Come on, Gaetan, get him turned around.
Gaetan, come on, buddy.
Gaetan.
Oh, Gaetan.
Tough luck. Got a feel for Gaetan right there.
Oh. He had a little horse trouble down at the line, and he couldn't get that horse to get into second gear.
Yep.
And by the time he did get moving there, he was just late enough that it just didn't work.
Okay.
Well, our last team of round 1. Remember, folks, you'll have to tune in tomorrow night, 6:30 start time of the USTPA Bull Bash, but that is when we'll move things on over to our short round here in the Play with the Pros. This is a team, Callie Brookshire, number 1 in the 6s. Mickey Pish, number 1 in the world in the 2s. And Nick Borges coming off a heartbreaker here just a couple of short rounds ago. I'm looking for big things from this team.
Nick Borges, number 1 in his own mind.
Yeah, Nick Borgia, he's just as good as they get.
Callie Brooks there. She's found a third one.
Uh-oh.
Get behind it, Callie. Get behind it, Callie. Here we go.
Can this get any faster?
Well, keep things moving.
All right, now, Mickey, get around there. You got to beat them cows. You got to go around the wing.
Oh,
she hesitated.
Gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry.
Oh.
And a hesitation like
seconds.
that just broke that flow up. And
this is going to be close.
nope.
No,
Not
will
gonna get
not
in
make
the
it
top
back.
5. Not going to get in the top 5.
Look at the ridiculousness of this top 5. 19 seconds, 21 seconds, 23 seconds, 24 seconds.
Fifth place is a 30.31, and they're 11 seconds out of the lead.
The slowest team to go to the next round is a 30-second run.
Well, I've got to say, Brand, it's everything that we built it up to be.
Yeah. And we're not done yet. We still got that championship round of the Ride with the Youth. It's showing final results right now, but those are not right. I can assure you that.
Robertson, Val Tammy, Ashton Vanderwerf, Renell Cadena, Mike DeWitt, Travis Kaiser, and Tiana Kaiser. That is your top 5 teams going to ride tomorrow night in the Play with the Pros pinning final. Well, Cody Woods down there on the arena floor. Let's find out how this Play with the Pros is going to shake out tomorrow night in the short round of our final night USTPA Bull Bash number 3 and our Play with the Pros finale. Cody Wood.
The greatest classes in all of team pinning, the Play with the Pros. It was awfully tough, folks. You're talking about a 30-31 just to get inside the top 5. So as we get things squared away and ready for our draft, tomorrow night, these top teams are going to come back under the bright lights of Saturday night here in the USTPA World Finals. And we're going to crown our champion tomorrow evening. So you're going to have to tune in one more time tomorrow to see where the big money is going to fall down here with these teams. So we're going to start things off with our number 1 team coming back like we have all week. And Wisconsin showing out in a big way with a 1932. Mike DeWitt, Travis Kaiser, Ty Kaiser. What do you say, team? Where would you like to start things off? Going to be 5. Going to be number 5. So that'll take us to our second fastest team coming back. Val Tammy, Ashton Vanderwerf, Renell Cadena with a 21:02. Going to be 4. Going to be number 4. Your third fastest team with a 23:65. Tom Jurgens, Travis Freiheit, Travis Robertson. Number 2. Going to be number 2 coming back. But with a 24:51, Matt Lane, Louis Ciccione, Cody Ward. Matt Lane, you're going to coming back repeating. Going to be 1. Going to start things off in the number 1 spot. Leaves us with Nikki Ciccione, Mickey Pish, Sonia Buckner. Going to be number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's where it's going to lay tomorrow night. Tune in one more time to see who crowns our Play with the Pros champion. And a big look at some of the top riders in the world. Well, we've got one more class to go. The short round in our Play with the Pros youth is right around the corner.
Herd holders, I need a couple of herd holders to stay in the pen, please.
All right, everybody, we are back. It is time for the final 5 runs to happen here on Friday of the 2022 USTPA World Finals. Cody Wood, Patrick Bray, with me in the booth right now. Guys, here they are, the final 5 teams. Any of your thoughts?
Well, I tell you, this Play with the Pros youth really showing out, the dynamic, the variable of having 2 great youth riders riding with a pro with, a lot on the line, really. This is an event for fun. This is an opportunity to raise money for the youth program here at the USTPA. But now it's time to compete,
Right.
and you could tell just being down there, these youth riders, it is going to mean a lot to them. And don't want to let their pro down as well.
First team is Sophie Evans, Clay Hunter, Jordan Lesh. Patrick, look through that list. Nobody on that list that you don't know. Who would you have to pick?
I'm gonna probably go with Louis, Eduardo, and Callie.
Yeah,
they're coming in. They're gonna know what they got to do, and
I think that's a safe bet. I felt like, Louis always rides great, but he seemed to be riding awfully fast in that first round.
Yeah.
And riding with your daughter, oh, man, tough luck right there. Jordan, Sophie, Clay, tough luck.
Well,
this is a team right here that could absolutely gain some ground. Coming in the number 4 spot, Callie Brookshire, Wes Appenzeller, Chase Hunter. They might have been one of the fastest teams coming back if it wasn't for one little bobble with that herd earlier.
Mm-hmm. I'd sure like to see Callie Brookshire at least put something positive on the board here for tomorrow. You're going to see her in that 9 class with 2-1 or with a 2 and a 1. I like her to get a little bit of confidence in this run, even if she doesn't necessarily win it. But to see the real Callie show up tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And she's going to start this run off in a great way. Wes Appenzeller now in the herd, working their way through this. Here, we're about to crown our champion here, folks. We are just a few teams away from getting it done. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We talked about it. They have the chance to go from 4th to 1st. If anybody can do it, this team right here can. Come on, Chase. 33-72.
And the thing about this is we didn't really get super excited, and this is crazy, right? Because they just ran a 33-second run, but I'm not sure 33 seconds is going to be enough to win this.
Yeah, that's true. But when you're talking, we got 5 teams. The first team went down with a no time, but you're not going to see very many more of that as we watch Heath Hendricks, Piper Jones, and Brian Buckner come to the line. This is a team, I think, that, once they walked out into the arena earlier, I was like, man, this is what we might have overlooked right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good sign there. Brian was having to find something, but he may have found a double. He got one and left one, so that's a good.
But like we talked last night, you were talking about how these pro riders leave the herd in the best possible way. He did that for Piper right there, it looked like.
All right, we got 3 out quick.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Looking for a clean finish right here, leading on the Charlet cow.
Well, it's fastest time so far, 32.
32-41.
That'll put him in the
lead by just a few seconds, I think.
Computer
Heath
tallying it
Hendricks,
up right
Piper
now.
Jones, Brian Buckner, they are going to go to the number 1 spot.
With a 54.
54-31. So they're taking a big lead. Is we going to move down now?
Paying 2 money, so we do have those 2.
Colorado Lil, Junior, Mason Frost, Kyle Frost. Now remember, the handicap played a part in round 1. If this team could put together another good, solid run, they've got a great chance to win this.
Got a pair of 4s right on top. Good move there. You notice he took the first one. Oh. Zero kind of throw to kinking things. Now, I promise you this next team knows exactly what they have to have, and they're going to give their best effort for it.
All right. Eduardo Andreas Lil, he's already been a big winner a couple times this week. Callie Sajoni, Louis Sajoni. Father-daughter team right here.
They need to be 36, right, to get in the money. That's not to win. That's 36 to get in the money. So, some quick math there, Louis.
A 29 or a 30 to
29.
win it. Charlotte right on top. Charlotte right on top.
Well, I tell you what, Louis, I believe that's Lexus out there. He might want to ride that horse a little more. Come on, Eduardo. He's looking for him. He's got to hustle.
Yeah, you can't be looking for them cows. Like, they got to fall in the right spot.
Louis got his eye on the
Gotta
third.
go.
Gotta go. Come on. Pick him up now. Here he
It's
comes.
going to be close. It's going to be close. Promise you, Louis is going to wrap these up.
Go.
Wow, they did it.
34-20.
They're not going to win it, but they Oh, they did.
Oh,
they did win it.
Holy.
By second.
They're rushing the court. We got people jumping out of the stands and excited. But great youth event there. Just great to see that. There again, that was all we built it up to be.
Yeah. Callie Sajoni gets to ride with her dad for the final class of the night. Wins it. Eduardo, Cloraldo, I believe, right?
Yeah.
As we get things squared away here, it came down to the bitter end, the last team of the night. But before we get to introduce you to our champions here in the Play with the Pros Youth, remember, folks, if you're watching team pinning, ranch sorting for your first time, maybe you are a young up-and-coming equestrian athlete, would love an opportunity to ride here in the USTPA. Great scholarship opportunity, great competition, great family fun. Check out USTPA.com, go to the events tab, and start looking at your 2023 dates and chances to get in the mix here. Well, folks, let's take things on over here to our championship team in the Play with the Pros Youth. It came down to the bitter end. The last team out. They were number one coming in. They're going to walk out of here number one. Eduardo, this isn't our first time talking this week, my man. I've mentioned it early on. We talked about it up in the booth. You just seem to exude love for this sport and the way you ride with your horse right here. A great chance not only to ride with the junior youth world champion in Callie Sajoni, but one of the greatest riders in the world with Louis Sajoni. How did this mean to you? What was the excitement like putting that pin in the herd there at the end?
I just have no words.
Well, I'm telling you, man, you have done a fantastic job. You should be awfully proud of yourself. We're going to take things on over here now. We're going to go to Callie first real fast. Callie, we've had a chance to talk a few different times this week. You are the USTPA Performance Horse of the Year here with Joker. You've been the High Point World Champion here in the junior youth. Now, not a chance to ride with another great youth in Eduardo, but right here with your dad. You work so hard every week with your mom, your dad, and your sister, and your first championship here with the Play with the Pros Youth. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, now we're going to take it down to the pro as we slide on in here. Louis, I've said all the time throughout the year, the greatest aspect of team pinning is the ability to ride and win with your family member, and being a father myself, I absolutely love this. What's it mean to win here with Callie and Eduardo?
Oh, it's pretty special to win with your daughter and my best buddy Big E over here. And I asked them before we went in, I said, we need to be 43 to get second. What do y'all want to do? And they said, let's go win it. So that's pretty special to win with these two.
Well, I sure am thrilled for each and every one of you. How about it? Your first ever Play with the Pros youth class right here. Eduardo Andreas Lil, Louis Sajoni, and Callie Sajoni. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for
Well, Patrick, that is going to wrap up day number 1. Congratulations to all of our champions and our newly crowned world champions. I think the guy that stole the show this evening, though, was Tanner Chapelier.
Yeah, you can't say enough about that. 3 world champions in one night. Great accomplishment and a great credit to his work ethic and all the time that he's put in it. And to Dustin Johnson. Dustin and Tanner Keith both, he's learning from the best, and he's obviously paying attention.
Tomorrow night, we'll have Bull Bash and our concert, along with our top 10 of our number 9, our All-Pro, our Elite, and our Play with our Pros. Be some of the best night of team penning in the world is coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, in that one class, we're going to give away $37,000. So, they're going to be riding hard just like they were tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us here on the Cowboy Channel and Equus Television. My name is Brad Clark. Patrick Bray, thank you, sir. You are, we always love having you in the booth, and we look forward to USTPA Weekly on Tuesday.